For us, helping families buy or refinance a home isn't just business, it's a calling.
We've been blessed to help people across this audience, including our friends Charlie and Erica Kirk and the Hugh Hewitt family. And we bring that same care and integrity to everyone we serve.
Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or consolidating debt, we'll walk with you every step of the way.
Visit andrewandtodd.com or call 888-888-1172. That's 888-888-1172.
Americans are getting overwhelmed with the unpredictability of the Middle East situation, the ongoing government shutdown, and growing social upheaval at home. These all add up to a perfect storm of uncertainty for financial markets. Call Advantage Gold now at 800-741-GOLD to get your free gold and silver rollover information kit. We can help you navigate the complicated options you may be considering for your IRAs and 401ks. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-GOLD.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Black and White Radio on AM 560, 92.7 FM, and AM 1400. The Answer. Yeah, I'm in the dark. Paul, you like it? How's it looking being in the dark? No lights. Those lights are so bright, man. And they hurt my eyes. They really do. You know, there's just so much. You know, when I was listening to Dan Proft talk about the blue line burning, this gentleman, this evil gentleman, I burn, B. Huh. Now, I know Dan said that this guy was arrested over 49 times, but it's come out that he's been arrested over 70 plus times now. And, I mean, think about this, guys. Think about this. I know people saying that he's mentally challenged and things like that. But he went to a gas station, got a bottle, put gasoline in it, and then got on the train, doused her with the gasoline, lit her on fire, lit the bottle of gasoline on, and then threw it at him. Does that sound like somebody with a mental health problem? I get it. He's got some mental health problems. But that sounded like somebody who was cold and calculating and knew this is something he wanted to do. He planned this out. He planned this out. And did you notice one thing? I know I noticed it. What am I talking about, Paul? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Something that you noticed that was missing from all of the reporting that the media talked about with this case? No? You don't know, Paul?
Can't say that I do.
Oh, did it talk about what race she was? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about what color or what race this woman belonged to. And we now know why. I won't say her name. I'm going to be praying for her family. I really do hope that she has a recovery. I believe the last time I checked, she was burned over 60% of her body. And this is what the mayor had to say about it.
How will you specifically be changing safety measures on the CTA for riders who are moving forward?
Safety as a whole is my top priority, not just for public transportation. And so there are appropriations that have been dedicated specifically around safety, but even more specifically around homelessness as well as mental health services, right? So now we have a governing structure that will allow for all voices to come together to think strategically about where those investments should rest. And so it's going to be a combination of all three: mental health and behavioral health care services. So that's going to require person power, but also for the homeless, which includes our ability to be able to ensure that those who are unhoused are not relying upon the public transportation as temporary housing. And as far as how we show up with law enforcement or security agencies, those things will be debated. But just know that it's a top priority. I think it's too early to speculate like what that absolutely looks like. But again, the funding from Springfield is the most important thing. Without that funding, then none of this will be visibilized.
Okay. I'll give my opinion. Verlon.
John, you're going to listen to me one day. When it comes down to black people, cut the check. That's all it comes back to. It doesn't matter what happened to this beautiful woman. Doesn't matter what happened to the beautiful woman in Virginia. This woman in Chicago on the L got set on fire. The woman in, I believe it was Virginia, she got stabbed 22 times by maniacs, animals. And don't forget about the one in New York. I think that was last year that got set on fire by the illegal.
Yeah.
And then the one that Dan has talked about twice, the guy, somebody playing the knockout game, knocked this guy out in the street, and people just walked by, didn't help. And then a car came around another car that was waiting on for somebody and ran over and killed him. What state of morality are we in today? That's the bigger picture. People won't even help.
Well, Verlon, last night, 9 people shot, one person killed at a Christmas tree lighting, after the Christmas tree lighting event. Okay, I got to play it first because I'm sitting here because I'm full, because I got something I want to say about it. But Verlon, when will the people of this state wake up and realize that they've been voting for the same people over and over and over and expecting a different result? What do they call that, Verlon?
Insanity. And they won't, man. Listen, I just stopped taking phone calls from my friends and a few of my family 2 weeks ago. We got into a knockdown, drag-out argument, and they told me they don't want to hear what I have to say about all of these incidents, because what can they do about it? Only thing they can do is help the community. And Dan, and I got to call Dan next time, because he's up in arms about this word, and I never really gave it stock. The community, that's all black people care about, community. And you know what else they want? What Brandon Johnson just said. We need funding for the community. Whatever our woes is, they want the federal government to pay for it. All of these things that we talk about right now, they don't give a damn.
So what you're saying
only
is,
Chicago flip. What?
So what you're saying is the word community is overtaking the culture? Remember the culture?
Yeah.
We're doing it for the culture.
Well, forget that. I hate that word culture, because culture is fluid. I love our guy, that used to talk about culture all the time. But I don't care about the word culture. It's community. And they don't care nothing about the rest of the world, the United States. Only thing they care about is the community, the black community. That's it.
Well, Verlon, listen to this. Listen to this reporting on the shooting that took place.
There's people waiting for the bus, people coming up and down from the L Street station. And then this, as Ravi said and you said, Cheryl, almost immediately these officers, guns drawn, were on the move. And this was shortly beforehand. This is when we saw scuffles breaking out. You said you saw people throwing shoes.
It was a violent fight.
Yeah.
On the ground, several people and several different groups of people were fighting violently. It was very concerning. And then they kind of broke apart. And I saw lots of gym shoes being thrown. And they kind of broke apart and started moving. Some started going, of course, south. Some started heading north toward the river.
They were running up to the L tracks on the elevated state lake there. We saw.
And then this was your illustrious mayor on the shootings.
Last night, just hours after, more than 20,000 people came downtown to enjoy our annual tree lighting ceremony. There were 2 serious shooting incidents. At around 10 p.m., 7 victims were shot at 164 North State Street. And moments later, there was another shooting at 140 South Dearborn, where there were 2 additional victims. One of those victims, a 14-year-old, sustained multiple gunshot wounds and died. There were 5 guns that were recovered. No parent certainly wants to get that terrible, life-altering call. It is senseless violence like these shootings that makes us all feel unsafe. And it has left too many families in Chicago reeling.
Valon?
It's a one-off. Now, don't forget what the mayor said when it happened to the lady, when it happens right here, when the wildlings went downtown and was tearing up everything. It's a one-off.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how you compartmentalize. It's a one-off. That's how they do it. And you know what? When I talked about these incidents with my family and a few of my friends, you know what they want to talk about?
What's that?
SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits. They're talking about all I'm doing. I'm feeding people. I'm helping people in the community. I'm out there feeding people while this crisis is going on. They don't care about who's getting shot and killed. They said they're numb to it. So you know what? I had to cut them off, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm cutting it all off. I'm for real, dude. I'm done.
You finito, Valon?
I'm finito, man. You cannot help them. You cannot talk to them. They only want to hear about a check. You know what else they told me? Well, what that do? What that help me? How does that help me? What does that do for me?
Yeah.
Me. You hear the same thing. You black enough. You know.
Enough. Dang. Thank you, Valon. I'm black enough.
You, man. That's the only thing that make me laugh, man. I had to take a shot at you, man. Man, but for real though, you know. You grew up hearing it your whole life. I grew up hearing it my whole life. You know how they think. And I'm sorry. I separate myself. That's why I'm calling it they.
Yeah. I hear you. And Valon, I got a take, and I'm going to give my take when I get back from break. So I definitely have a take. Thanks, Valon. I appreciate the call, brother.
Take it easy.
All right. Peace. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
Larry Elder explains what Obamacare is all about.
If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. False. If you like your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan. False. It'll save the average family $2,500 a year in premiums. False. It'll bend the cost curve down. False. It'll lower the use of ER rooms. False. It was supposed to solve the problem. It's gotten worse.
The Larry Elder Show, weeknights at 8, right before Sean Hannity at 10 on AM 560. The Answer.
Why wait for Black Friday when you can save every day? Hasseless Mattress is bringing back Black Friday Plus. We've gone rogue and activated Black Friday deals now through December 2nd on all Beautyrest World Class, and Beautyrest Black mattresses. You get the way low Hasseless price on all Beautyrest mattresses, plus a free adjustable base, plus free memory foam pillows, plus free next day delivery, plus employee-free, hassle-free showrooms. Not just on Black Friday, but every day now through December 2nd. Get a Queen Beautyrest Elm Cove A mattress. Other stores sell it for $1,650, but our Black Friday Plus price is just $794, plus free adjustable base, plus free memory foam pillows, plus free next day delivery, and a great night's sleep for way less. Bust down our door for Beautyrest Black Friday Plus through December 2nd at Hasseless Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hasseless.com.
The Liberty Cigar Company was founded with one mission in mind: to tell America's magnificent story. We pay homage to the seminal people in American history by way of a meticulously crafted premium cigar, custom blended to match the personality of the one so honored. This holiday season, give your special someone the gift of history, as told by a Liberty cigar. Every box is beautifully gift wrapped at no charge. Check out all our cigar collections at libertycigars.com. That's libertycigars.com, where every cigar has a story to tell.
When the power goes out, life stops. Heat, AC, fridge, phones, all gone. But with a Generac home standby generator from True Power Generator Service, your home powers back on automatically, so you're never left in the dark. Book your consultation today at truepowergenerator.com. That's TRUpowergenerator.com. Plus, 560 listeners get a free 10-year extended warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Call for details. True Power Generator Service and Generac. It's not just a generator, it's a power move.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flot Line with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7. The Flot Line describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flot Line with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like the potential to participate in credited interest from market indexed returns and limit the downside? Join Mark Kohler for the Retirement and Income Radio Show, Sunday afternoons at 3. You can also call Mark now for your complimentary customized Retirement and Income Kit and Retirement and Income Book at 844-619-SAFE. Mark Kohler, protecting wealth since 1990. That's 844-619-7233.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. All right, now listen. Last night on State Street, there were 7 teenagers shot there. Total of 9. A 14-year-old killed, an 18-year-old who's still fighting for their lives. You know, the mayor said that there were 5 guns recovered. Not one arrest. I'm told there were over 700 officers that were out there. 700. Think about what it takes for violence to erupt in spite of that kind of presence. Think about how brazen criminals must feel. I think about how powerless everyday people realize they are that have to traverse through the city of Chicago. Folks, don't get it twisted. This isn't random. This is not fate. This is a leadership failure. What we're seeing is the predictable result of policies that treat offenders like victims and victims like afterthoughts. This is the result of laws like the Safety Act that loosen that accountability. The result of the Trust Act that ties the hands of law enforcement. The result of a mental health crisis that everyone talks about, but nobody in power actually is addressing this issue. So I say this, Illinois is not unsafe by accident. You think this is by accident? Illinois is unsafe by design. And here's the part that nobody wants to say out loud. This is not happening to voters. What you see happening across Chicago and the rest of this state is happening because of voters. Because they're the ones sending these people to office. At some point, the people of Chicago and the people of this state have to stop shrugging, and they have to start asking themselves real questions. How many women have to be burned on public transportation before leadership is held accountable? What about the children being shot downtown? How many before anybody says enough? A man with 72 arrests. How many times will we have to have somebody with that many arrests before people start saying the system is broken? When will the people of Illinois, I'm speaking to you voters. I know there are Democrats that listen to this show because it gets back to me, some of the stuff that y'all try to rat me out on, but that's okay. But when will the people of Illinois finally look in the mirror and demand better? Not hope for it, not wish for it, demand it! Because no governor, no mayor, no state rep, no county official keeps their job if the public stops tolerating failure. Every minute people stay quiet, the message is clear. We will accept this. This is why they hate Chicago Flip Red, Danny and Zoe and Jessica. This is why they hate Patricia Easley with Chicago Red, because they are out there exposing this stuff. This is why they tried to challenge P-Ray's petitions. They don't want a voice like that in Congress. They don't. A city only burns when its people stop noticing the smoke. Chicago has been, the smoke, we're way beyond the seeing of smoke from Chicago. There are whole sections, and in the state as a whole, their whole place is on fire. Can we do something? Chicago, Illinois, hear me clearly. If this doesn't wake us up, what will? So the question is no longer why is leadership letting this happen? The question is why are we letting leadership let this happen? Answer those questions. Michael.
John, thank you for taking my call. As usual, you and Verlon are on point. You've been on fire the last several weeks, and your show is rapidly becoming appointment radio here in the city of Chicago, and I thank you for your service.
Thank you, brother.
We have a crisis here, not just political, but also judicial, as well as the media. I was thinking right off, there was a reason why the victim of the burning was not immediately identified by the media, because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Yep.
And, you know, if you remember, too, the downtown alderman wanted a curfew. Brandon Johnson fought against it. And look what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the man's leadership is becoming increasingly unhinged. And the only reason why he seems to maintain support is that he gets to yell out President Trump's name. I mean, the man has become he's become an international embarrassment.
Well, did you hear Alderman Will Hall say that the reason why the budget is failing is because of Trump? Let's check this out, Mike.
First, I want to get everyone's reaction, your initial reaction when Mayor Johnson's revenue plan was voted down in committee. Yesterday, Alderman Hall, we'll start with you.
Well, I said that again, Trump has found his way into City Hall. These are some of the same tactics we saw in D.C. with the government shutdown. And again, we now see him in the city of Chicago. We see Nick.
Now, Mike, there are 50 aldermen in Chicago, right?
He's my alderman, and believe me, people in the neighborhood know he's a joke.
Yeah.
He's an ineffective joke and an embarrassment, but for some reason he gets a lot of media play.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And,
he just got it because of Trump. Anytime you listen, this is what's happening to Marjorie Greene. I know she announced her retirement. I mean, she's resigning. But this is anytime anybody that wants to mention and is anti to Trump, they'll get media. Anytime you mention Trump's name, you're going to get media, no matter where you're at.
Right.
So thanks, Mike. Appreciate the call, brother.
Thank you, John.
Hey, enjoy hanging out with you at Freedom Summit, too.
Oh, I love hanging out with you, too, man. You're the best. And
Thank
you did
brother.
a great job there.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go to Mark from Oak Lawn. Welcome to Black and Right. Mark, you there? Mark? Oh, Mark. Are you there? I'm gonna continue to sing until you come on, Mark. I'll put Mark on hold. I'll come back to Mark. Let's go to Jim. Jim from South Elgin. What's up, Jim?
Well, this is just another reason why we should get rid of qualified immunity for judges. These people let these people go, and there's no consequences for their actions. This needs to be changed, and they'll change some of their decisions because, you know, these cases with these people on these trains, it's all due to these inept people, and they don't give a darn about the effects of their actions.
Yeah, and wait. What did she say? The judge? I can't arrest that. Lock everybody up. That's comes before her. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, so it's awful. And also that I heard about that Alderman Hall's his comments about Trump. I called his office.
Yeah.
I said, you know, who's in charge of Chicago? We need Trump, not you stupid Dem. I didn't say stupid, but not this Democratic rule that's ruining things.
Right.
I'm constantly always comparing the state of Indiana to Chicago. Like, for example, Indiana's got state law where they cannot raise your property taxes more than 1% per year.
Wow.
For your primary residence. And look what just happened in these cities in the city.
Yeah.
100%, 115% increase or whatever it was, a big amount.
Yeah, but Jim, are they going to? This won't wake them up, though. This still won't wake them up.
Tom's got to. I mean, and I tell people, they always talk about black generational wealth on VON. Well, you're not going to have any generational wealth if your green is taken out of your pocket in the form of higher taxes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I so agree. Thanks, Jim.
I tell you, I love stirring up the frying pan on the Urban Talk Radio. It's become actually very effective.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate the call. And, you know, I don't know if you guys saw Chicago Flip Red. They were in D.C. Danielle was testifying before the Senate. I believe she said not one Democrat showed up. They'll be hosting the show. Danny, Zoe, and Jessica. They were gonna do it next week, but I didn't realize next week was Thanksgiving weekend. When I told them that, it just completely skipped my mind. So they'll be in the chair December 6th, hosting the show. All three of those three. So I can't wait. But you know, some of you may get mad, but this is it right here. This is it. This is what needs to be taught.
On my mother's side, my ancestors were enslaved in Alabama. On my father's side, we were enslaved in Texas. I am not oppressed. I'm not oppressed, and I'm not a victim. I'm neither oppressed nor a victim. I travel all across this country of ours, and I check into hotels, and I fly commercially, and I walk into retail establishments, and I order food in restaurants. I go wherever I want, whenever I want. I am treated with kindness, dignity, and respect, literally from coast to coast. I have 3 children. They are not oppressed either, although they are victims. I've taught my children they are victims of 3 things: their own ignorance, their own laziness, and their own poor decision making. That is all. We are not victims of America. We are not victims of some unseen 190-year-old force that...
When we come back, I'll finish that out. Uh-oh. When we come back for break, I'll finish that out. We'll be right back.
Hugh Hewitt breaks down the latest Epstein files.
I've looked at the emails they released today. They do not do anything to implicate Donald Trump. In fact, they exonerate Donald Trump. There's no proof, but there were lawsuits, many, many lawsuits by many, many plaintiffs' lawyers that would have loved to have sued Donald Trump. There's no there there. And they're talking about it because they don't have any ideas, and Obamacare is a complete and total failure.
The Hugh Hewitt Show, afternoons at 2, right before Sean Thompson at 4 on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. President Trump offering his first reaction to news that Marjorie Taylor Greene will be leaving Congress after she split with him on policies.
I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
Greene split with Trump on releasing the Epstein files, and she says Republicans have to be more concerned about affordability. The U.S. increasing its military presence off Venezuela.
Late this week, a pair of B-52 bombers from Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota flew an attack demonstration flight off the coast of Venezuela.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in the Caribbean. President Trump's accused Venezuela of narco-terrorism. America is listening to Fox News.
Caribbean, a mother wakes to the sound of her child crying, not from play, but from hunger. She has nothing to give, no breakfast, no clean water, only a prayer that today will somehow be different. You can be the answer to that prayer. Right now, through 560 The Answer and Food for the Poor, your generosity provides what every child deserves: food to eat, clean water to drink, and a future filled with hope. Just $150 gives 2 children life's most basic needs, food and water. $300 helps 4 children survive and thrive. So please, take a moment today to act. Click the blue Give Food, Water, Life banner at 560theanswer.com. That's 560theanswer.com. Because when you give, you're not just feeding a child, you're giving life. Do it now. Click the blue Give Food, Water, Life banner at 560theanswer.com.
I want to invite you to the Wyatt Matters, which airs every Sunday on this station. You can expect lively discussion and heartfelt reflection that will both entertain and inspire you. And if we do it right, maybe deliver some genuine laughter as well. We talk about not only what matters, but also why it matters.
Wyatt Matters, Sunday morning at 6 on AM 560. The Answer.
Ready for some holiday magic? Pack up the family and cruise over to Go-Bert's Farm in Pingree Grove, where 2 incredible Christmas light shows are waiting to light up your night. First up, the Go-Bert's Christmas Drive-Thru Light Show. We're talking millions of lights synchronized to music that'll have you cranking up the volume. Picture this: dancing penguins getting their groove on, snowflakes cascading all around you, reindeer galloping through enchanted fields, plus a dazzling tunnel of lights that's pure Christmas magic. But wait, there's more. The legendary Larson Christmas Light Show, the one everyone's been raving about from Canada, Hampton Hills is now right here on the Go-Bert's property. 30 minutes of jaw-dropping lights, spectacular special effects, and surprise character visits that'll make the kids lose their minds with excitement. Here's the best part. You can experience both shows in one epic night. Perfect for families, couples, or even your company party bus. Because yes, limos and party buses are totally welcome. Per vehicle pricing keeps it affordable, but grab your tickets online now because these shows are selling fast. Visit GoBerts.com for tickets, times, and all the details. Go-Bert's Farm, where Christmas dreams come to life.
Your local State Farm agent Anthony DeGrotto combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. You can combine your home, auto, and life insurance to not only save you money, but give you the peace of mind you've been looking for. Anthony DeGrotto is your go-to agent in Chicagoland. He and his team will work for you to provide the best service you expect at the price you want. Combine your home, auto, and life insurance today. Anthony DeGrotto will help you mix and match things perfectly. His State Farm office is a top pick 2024 Daily Herald Reader's Choice Award winner. He's a proud supporter of Tunnel to Towers and like-minded as you. His State Farm agency is currently looking to add members at their Roselle office. Call Anthony at 847-895-1500 today or visit DeGrottoSF.com. That's DeGrottoSF.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Honey, why does it take you so long to get ready?
Oh, because I've got one tiny sink. I'm trying to balance makeup on the back of the toilet, and the mirror's always fogged up.
Sounds like a circus act.
Exactly. And I perform every morning.
At Forever Remodeling, we create bathrooms that fit your life, not the other way around. From extra storage to spa-like showers and timeless finishes, we make your mornings easier. Visit foreverremodeling.com. That's the number 4everremodeling.com.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Now, I want to replay that audio because I think it's important. And I want to talk to especially a lot of these young black people. And I know there are some young black people who listen to my show who are in high school, college-age kids. You are not oppressed. Stop letting, if anybody comes to you and tells you that you can't do something because of, and if they don't say because of you, because you're the only person that can stop you from doing anything in this life. Please understand that. There is absolutely nothing you cannot do. But these people who want to continue to oppress black people and make black people think they're subservient to the rest of this human race, stop it. You're a liar, you're an idiot, you're stupid, and you're dumb. And I normally don't use those type of words, but for those people that continue to try to oppress and make black people think that they're oppressed, I'm telling you, this is why I love what Chicago Flip Red and all these other groups are doing. Philly has one. I got somebody in Philly. They started a Philly Flip Red, and they following me on Facebook. And I really do hope Zoe and Danny and Jessica starts branching out into the other states and build a chapter in every single state, because black people need to know that they are not oppressed. Oops. Come on, play.
Everything that the black community knows about the Republican is defined by the Democrat.
I picked the wrong one. I think I clicked it out. I clicked out of it, but that's okay. I'll go to the phone lines. Let me go find it again. Let's go to Patrick. Patrick Schomburg. What's up, brother?
Hey, how are you? Listen, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 75 years old. When you were a kid, did you have a healthy fear of police and other people in authority? Were you,
yeah.
The cops. When I was a kid, I was afraid of anybody in authority, police, nuns, the good human man, anyone in a uniform. And today, after looking at that last night, I say, we talk about brazen.
Yeah.
I have a disconnect with those kids.
Hey, Patrick, I'm going to tell you why. See, we had the Hop Out Boys back when I was coming up, and we had this cat named RoboCop. RoboCop scared the hell out of any and everybody on 87th Street, even some of the most hardened of criminals on 87th Street, where I really, really grew up at. And when we heard that RoboCop was on duty, people ran. That dude was scary. I'm telling you, he was a big old white dude too, and people and that's why I was like, man, I ain't messing with that dude. No, and heck yeah, I had a healthy fear of the police.
Yes, that's a healthy fear. Yeah. Still do.
Yes. Well, but listen, I was telling somebody I was a cop and I'm driving. I'm doing like 75 on headed to down to Champaign. And the cop gets behind me. I grip my wheel. It's like, and I was a cop, man.
All right, good to see you.
Thank you, Patrick. Let's go to Mark from Wisconsin.
Hey, John. What happened with this whole Marjorie Taylor Greene incident? Trump refers to her as a traitor, but I think, in my opinion, when she was praising Pelosi, that would be a strong indicator that she really stepped outside the
Well, I think it was a few things. I don't think it was just Pelosi. I think it was the Thomas Massie. I think that whole Thomas Massie trying to undermine what at least President Trump felt like, trying to undermine him with the calling for the release of the Epstein files. I think it was when she went on The View and started saying that the prices of certain things weren't going down. I think that was just a plethora of things that finally Trump just said, I've had enough. She's a traitor.
Well, yeah. On the other hand, too, I mean, the left is apparently between J6 and the Epstein thing. That's just a recurring theme with them. It seems like they don't have any other recourse but keep rehashing those things, and I think their whole objective is to use that as a constant distraction to avert from anything that pertains to the Trump accomplishments that he has done.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I can tell you don't listen to my Detroit Morning Answer show because I tackle a lot of this stuff. That's why I don't rehash it here on Saturday, but I tackle that a lot as it relates to, because I'm one of those people. See, I kind of disagree with President Trump. I want elected officials to differ from him and have the ability to speak their piece and to speak their mind, because when it's time for their reelection, Trump's not going to get them reelected. It's the people that sent them to that place that's going to reelect them. I have no problem, even with the Rand Pauls and the Massies. Do what your constituents, but guess what? There's a price to pay. There still is a price to pay for it. But I really believe in that elected officials should be able to say what they want to say, even under the fear of the Trump hammer.
Well, I agree with you. If they're in the right, so be it. I mean, why would we take a back seat to righteousness? But everybody needs to be called out. If they're in the right, fine. And if they're not, so be it.
That's right. I agree.
Let the truth prevail.
All right. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate the call. Guys, hold the line. When we get back from the break, I'll take your calls. You're listening to Black and Right, AM 560, 92.7 FM, and AM 1400, Detroit, Michigan. We'll be right back.
When we lose a pet, we lose a member of the family. The house feels quieter, the leash hangs by the door, and our hearts ache for that unconditional love. At Cozy Acres Pet Cemetery and Crematory, they understand that feeling, because they're pet owners too. Since 1981, family-owned Cozy Acres has helped other families say goodbye with dignity, respect, and compassion. Whether you choose burial or cremation, your pet is handled gently, with the same care you gave them every day of their life. They'll guide you through every step of this difficult time, so you can have peace of mind knowing your beloved companion is in good hands. Cozy Acres Pet Cemetery, a final act of love for your faithful friend. Cozy Acres is proudly family-owned, proudly American, and proud to support the values we all share on AM 560 The Answer. Visit cozyacres.co, that's cozy with a K, acres.co, or call 815-723-9588.
fearless conversations and sharp analysis of the stories that matter. It's the Aaron Mullins Show, now available on the Salem Podcast Network.
I do find it a little bit off-putting when someone has a history of calling others out for being complicit via their silence to then occupy that space themselves. The hypocrisy is the issue I have.
The Aaron Mullins Show on the Salem Podcast Network. Subscribe today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
You need to be tuning into the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, the radio companion to the Amazon best-selling book, Success Blueprint, How to Build the Retirement You Deserve. Each week, Michael shares strategies designed to help reduce market risk through income-generating investments that can provide steady returns. Because if you can avoid a big loss, you don't need to take big risks. Catch the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, Saturday mornings at 10, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Let's go back to the phone lines. Glenn from Orlando.
Hey, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well.
Yes.
I seem to remember, and this is where I think a big problem is that months ago when Trump was threatening National Guard, that all the Democrats went downtown for a press conference and they were all gathered together as a show of unity to keep the National Guard out of Chicago. You had political leaders, the governor, I think you had church leaders. So, but when there's an incident of mass shooting or somebody getting burned on the CTA, there's no press conference, nothing.
Yeah.
So they're only worried about not having the federal government in here. As far as day-to-day crime and quality of life, it's meaningless to them.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well, come on, man. You know it doesn't fit the agenda of what they're trying to push.
But everybody should understand the signal they're sending. The signal is they only care if it hurts them politically. They don't care about everyday citizens.
Yeah.
So that's the signal they're sending. And by the way, did anyone ever figure out if there was an after-action report on that stand-down order that they had when they ICE requested assistance from CPD?
Yeah, I have not heard.
Somebody give a stand. Any after-action report? I never heard anything about that.
Well, we were told that there would be one. The superintendent said that there would be an after-action report, but we haven't heard of it.
Yeah, what's taking so long?
They know he was in. They know he's now figured out. Wait a minute, I got up on television. You guys made me look like a fool on television saying what I said, when in reality there was a stand-down order. So
yeah, there was. Yeah, but what's the report? I mean, what happened after? Don't they have to do an after-action report?
Normally they do. Maybe because it involves the feds, they don't feel like they have to. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question for a journalist in Chicago to pose to the superintendent or to the mayor.
Absolutely. We need to know what was their analysis after the incident and give us all the facts about what happened.
Yeah. So. Don't hold your breath on that, okay? Okay. Don't hold your breath on that, Glenn. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
All right. But I want to go back to that audio clip that I see on my Detroit Morning Answer show. When I play audio, it disappears. So I'm so used to it being gone that I deleted it out. But here it is, though. I'm so sick and tired. If I taught my kids that from the moment they're born until I have a 23-year-old daughter, and if I taught her that she was oppressed from the time she was born up until the age she is now, I just don't know what my kids' lives would be. I never teach victimhood. I've never taught victimhood to my kids, only that they're victors.
On my mother's side, my ancestors were enslaved in Alabama. On my father's side, we were enslaved in Texas. I am not oppressed. I'm not oppressed, and I'm not a victim. I'm neither oppressed nor a victim. I travel all across this country of ours, and I check into hotels, and I fly commercially, and I walk into retail establishments, and I order food in restaurants. I go wherever I want, whenever I want. I am treated with kindness, dignity, and respect, literally from coast to coast. I have 3 children. They are not oppressed either, although they are victims. I've taught my children they are victims of 3 things: their own ignorance, their own laziness, and their own poor decision making. That is all. We are not victims of America. We are not victims of some unseen 190-year-old force that kind of floats around in the ether. I can think of nothing more damaging to a society than to tell a baby born today that she has grievances against another baby born today simply because of what their ancestors may have done 2 centuries ago. Putting critical race theory into our classrooms is not combating racism, it's fanning the flames of what little embers are left. Let racism die the death it deserves.
I got to find out who this guy is. I'm going to send him. I went looking. I didn't get this audio off of X, or else I would have said to Grok, tell me who this is. I think I found this on Instagram, I think. I don't think Instagram has this. If anybody knows if Instagram has that. Paul, does Instagram have that feature where you can say who is this person speaking? Do you know about that? I don't think so. Let's go to the phone lines. Mark, man on the street. What's up, brother?
Hey, it's Mark Weimer, man on the street. Great show. I'm glad you're talking about what's going on in Chicago. They're called wilding, where all these kids come downtown. It's very organized to cause chaos. And I don't know what the solution is, but maybe they should arrest kids. Maybe they should find out who repeat offenders are. I don't know why they allow these people, especially convicted felons or people on bond, on the CTA. That seems like a very easy thing to do. You just stop criminals from riding the CTA. So it's just.
Hey, Mark, I thought the CTA had their own police force.
Oh, I don't know.
Did they get rid of that?
Yeah, I think so. And they, I know the response times are really bad. Everything, you also have to blame the 50 aldermen. It's not just Johnson and Pritzker, although they're terrible. The 50 aldermen and the Chicago media is doing a terrible job. One side I look at every day is CWB Chicago on Twitter. And they actually do the reporting that no one else is doing, explaining what's going on, and they identify, and they're not partisan at all. They're just reporting the crime. Yeah. And none of the other stations are doing it. So you're doing a great job bringing this up. So and it was great seeing you at Freedom Summit.
Yes, sir. It was I had a great time. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you. In the next hour, I'm going to go there. Refuse or disobey or refuse illegal orders. Sitting senators and Congress people said that to our men and women who serve in our military. We'll be right back.
So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer expires 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
In a shocking new 5-part series from Kevin Sorbo, Prescription to Kill reveals a lethal FDA cover-up.
Americans have witnessed a dramatic rise in mass killings. At a school, a house of worship, a crowded theater, a packed concert, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction. But what's behind this sudden surge of lethal violence? One determined researcher cracked open the FDA vault, exposing for the first time secret files linking prescription drugs to mass shootings and infamous murders.
There is a reason that we are the leader in unprovoked mass murder in this country, and it's our over-prescription of psychiatric drugs. There's no doubt about it.
In Prescription to Kill, we investigate the hidden connection between the pharmaceutical industry and America's culture of violence.
What their doctor doesn't know could kill you. Discover the truth that could save many lives. Don't miss Prescription to Kill. Watch it now on salemnow.com. That's salemnow.com.
Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Okay. Did you guys hear Eric Swalwell? Oh my God, guys. I'm almost embarrassed for him to play this. But he's running for governor of California. I think he's probably doing that because he thinks, they're coming after him. And didn't he get indicted, or they're talking about indicting him? Well, here's his idea of here's his idea about how people should be allowed to vote.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian vote by phone. Yeah, if we can do our taxes, do our make our healthcare appointments, make essentially do your banking online, you should be able to vote by phone. Make it safe, make it secure, but it's actually already happening all over the United States. I want us to be a blue state that doesn't do just a little bit better than like Georgia or Alabama when it comes to like voting access. I want us to max out democracy. Also, as it relates to democracy, if you wait in line for 30 minutes or more, if you do want to vote in person, I think you should fine every county for every minute that a person has to wait longer. We have to be better, not just a little bit better than the other states. The DMV. I don't think Californians should have to go in person to the DMV anymore. I think we can do that virtually. I think you can have the DMV employees do it virtually, but that's a lot of real estate.
Is that the most popular position?
Digitize the DMV. Digitize the DMV.
Today, yeah.
We can modernize the state, and I look forward to bringing these ideas to Californians.
And you know what? Californians will be dumb enough to vote for somebody like this to put him into office. Can you imagine voting? I'm holding up my phone. Can you imagine voting with this? Can you imagine the fraud that would happen if you use this to vote? Your telephone, your cellular phone. I mean, talk about the dumbest ideas. You want? Can you imagine how many people will go out and buy cell phones? Can you imagine that? Let's say you got a house full like me, 8 people, and they're all voting age. You could just take the phone and each phone, and you can just vote for them. Where's the oversight? Tell me, where's any of the oversight that's needed to do something like that? You can't find it. You just simply can't find it. And did you see the vote on socialism and communism to be against it? Congressman Salazar, she took what's her name, Waters, to task.
I move to take her words down.
If there is someone who has seen the horrors of socialism up close within the Democratic Party, is in the House, and it's the Honorable Congresswoman Maxine Waters. And I would love for you to support this resolution specifically, because Madam Waters, for decades, you traveled to Cuba dozens of times to visit Fidel Castro personally, whom you consider your friend. Congresswoman Waters was in Havana, and she saw the destruction of biblical proportions that Castro caused on that island, who at the time in 1960 had the highest per capita income in the Western Hemisphere. At that time, Madam Waters knew that thousands and thousands of Cubans were escaping on a raft, exposing their lives and their children to be eaten by the sharks. She knew that Afro-Cubans were being beaten on the streets of Havana, discriminated against by Fidel Castro, Mr. Speaker. And for that reason, I am bringing up all these facts because Madam Waters knew that the Cuban jails were full of political prisoners, and the Cubans did not have the same privileges that we are having right now to speak freely. At that time, Madam Waters never raised her voice to denounce the horrors of socialism, Mr. Speaker. For that reason, I am asking Madam Waters.
And how many Democrats voted no on that? Was it 80, 90 something? Speaks volumes, doesn't it? You want to know why the country is in the direction it's headed in? You want to know why cities are burning? Because of that. Hour 2 coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7. The Flatline describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer.
Did you know a will alone does not keep your family out of court when you die? The court still has to approve your will, but get a living trust, and your estate can be settled clearly without issue. Talk to the attorneys at Naumann & Associates. They prepare wills and trusts for a flat fee, no surprises, no hourly rate. With decades of experience, they know the law and offer a free consultation. Contact Naumann & Associates in Elk Grove Village, nalawgroup.com. Call 847-593-8777.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer Chicago.
Trump talks about green. I'm Roger Stern, Fox News. President Trump reacting to the resignation of his one-time MAGA ally, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who split with Trump over releasing the Epstein files.
I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
Greene announced she's leaving Congress on January 5th to spare her district a bruising primary fight. Fox's Madison Scarpino.
Greene posting a 10-minute video slamming what she calls the political industrial complex. And she goes on to say no matter which party is in power, quote, nothing gets better for the common American man or woman. She also criticizes the recent government shutdown, the cost of living, the Epstein files, foreign aid, and more. Greene then talks about her long-standing dedication to the president and how loyalty should be a, quote, two-way street.
With Greene gone, House Republicans will have a slimmer majority. Surprising scene in the Oval Office, an unlikely political alliance between two big New Yorkers. Here's Fox's Jared Halpern.
President Trump and New York's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani have traded barbs, describing each other as a communist and a fascist. It was all forgotten in their first Oval Office meeting.
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind. The president says he is confident Mamdani, a Democratic socialist, will do a very good job as mayor. Mamdani says he and President Trump share the same goal of making New York a more affordable city. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The president is suspending legal protections for Somali immigrants in Minnesota. He's immediately terminating their protective status, writing without evidence that Minnesota is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Tonight will be clear with a low of 37. Sunday will bring plenty of sunshine, making for a nice end to the weekend with a high of 54. Sunday night will be clear to partly cloudy with a low of 36. Monday will start with some sun before turning cloudy, reaching a high of 55. I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Sean Thompson here, and I'm with attorney Bert Hochberg from the law firm of Schiller, Ducanto, and Fleck. We're talking about divorce arbitration. This is not really a new, or is it a new, innovative way to go through divorce?
Arbitration has been around for decades. It's completely legit and available to resolve divorce cases. The litigants and their lawyers sign an arbitration agreement. They identify what the issues are, and we set up dates, and we determine what experts and witnesses there may be. Arbitration is a hearing, a trial that is intended to finish a case efficiently with limited appeal, with a binding decision, and it's confidential, so it has some great characteristics.
I think it's a unique alternative to divorce. For more information, please visit sdflaw.com and type Bert Hochberg into the search box. That's sdflaw.com or call direct 773-255-6150.
Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, launching a new project, or just looking for that extra edge, your brain is your most valuable asset. Now there's a way to support it every single day, Think Factor. From the makers of Relief Factor, Think Factor is built to help you stay sharp, nurture your memory, boost your attention. It unlocks the mental clarity and precision you need to stay ahead of the game, no matter the challenge. After a few weeks of taking Relief Factor, I noticed a dramatic difference in my focus, my memory, my concentration. And look, the longer you take Think Factor, the better it works. This is not a one-off. You want to take Think Factor regularly. If you're a go-getter who refuses to settle, Think Factor can help you perform at your best and keep your edge. Call 800-4RELIEF. That's 800-4RELIEF, or just visit ReliefFactor.com to order Think Factor. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily with Think Factor.
Does your old pillow have more lumps than Aunt Judy's holiday gravy? Well, this Black Friday, Hassellus Mattress has your back, along with your head and neck, too. Through December 2nd, purchase a new Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress, and Hassellus will give you a free adjustable base and a pair of super supportive and incredibly comfortable pillows. Free next day delivery, too. Who knows? You may be one good pillow away from becoming a morning person. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hassellus.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly. Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy. Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army, or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution, and who we are as Americans. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
There's a line no republic can afford to cross, I should say. When politicians start telling the military and intelligence community to decide for themselves which presidential orders are illegal, and they get to define what illegal is, that line is not crossed. It's shattered. Once you encourage the uniformed services to pick and choose which orders to obey, based on what? Political mood or media narratives? You are playing with the most explosive force in a free nation, the loyalty of the armed forces. Think about the gravity of what is being said. Lawmakers, people with power, are publicly whispering to soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and intelligence officers, you may not have to listen to your commander-in-chief. That is not oversight, people. That is not accountability. Those are seeds of instability that every single failing democracy in world history planted right before they collapsed. It is not the job of the military to interpret politics. The military does not exist to decode partisan talking points. Why does the military exist? To carry out lawful orders with a clear chain of command under a constitution that already contains checks, balances, and legal remedies, to suggest to the rank and file that they should start deciding for themselves when a presidential directive is legitimate. What does that invite? It invites a future where factions inside the military act as their own political blocs. Sound familiar? Have we seen this play out somewhere? This is how nations fracture. You want to know how coups began? Not with tanks in the street, but with doubts whispered into the ears of the people trusted with force. Whispers have consequences. Think about this. Think about a service member who refuses an order based on a politician's rhetoric. What do they risk? Court-martial, prison, or the destruction of their complete careers. The most dangerous message a lawmaker can send is one that sounds noble, but it destabilizes the equilibrium that keeps force under civilian control. Only follow the orders you agree with. That is poison. Once you normalize that idea, you do not get a military. You get factions with guns. Imagine if a handful of service members took this rhetoric seriously. Imagine if they acted on it. This country, it would shake us to our core. It would command erosion, mission paralysis, internal distrust. Listen, a military no longer bound by law but by interpretation, that is the recipe every authoritarian movement in history has exploited. If you truly care about, I'm putting this in air quotes, democracy, Senator Slotkin, Senator Maggie Goodlander, whatever her name is, Senator Jason Crow, if you truly cared about democracy as you said you would never tell the military to freelance its own legal judgments every time a politician or a political party dislikes who sits in the Oval Office. You strengthen the legal system. Bring more oversight. You bring more constitutional remedies. You do not recruit. I repeat, you do not recruit the military into partisan warfare. Because once you start that fire, you can never put that out. So my question becomes, what happens to America the moment individual soldiers start deciding which orders they believe are legitimate and which they will ignore? For that, I go to Greg from LaGrange.
John, this is the most disgusting, lowbrow, low-level attack that anybody can level against our country. People with station in life that pull a stunt like this. This is how the communists won Russia. Yep. You do realize that. They sent out the troops, and the troops were slowly but surely being infected by the garbage and the anti-American and Western civilization values spewed by the party that we unfortunately have the privilege of having experienced 4 years of.
Yep.
In the past. And where were they? Where were these great leaders and these great constitutionalists and these great war heroes and all those worried about our country's safety back then? Where were they?
Yeah.
They said nothing as our country was being dismantled through laws that were laws of like even things like student loan repayment, but the invitation of people up into this country over our border just willy-nilly. They said nothing about national security then.
Yep.
Nothing about questioning orders or
None.
leadership. Nothing about challenge.
None.
But to do this, it's strictly, and it's not just Donald Trump. I understand President Trump is a hated man by many people. Yeah. I get it. But you know what? This is even worse than that. You're just basically giving everybody that opposes the power, the presidential power right now, President Trump, and our enemies abroad, a little bit of a tingle right now because they know that this country's on very, very, very thin veneer of feelings and anger and all that. And if where are these politicians speaking out about the violence in the big cities, the crime, the horrific crime we just faced in what the last face
week.
All the time in Chicago, but just within the last week.
Yeah.
It is the worst, John.
Yes.
It's the worst. And
Yes.
it's got to be stopped if this country's going to go forward.
And you know, the way it gets stopped here in Illinois is at the ballot box. That's the only way right now. Because President Trump,
I agree with you.
Yeah, but guess what? That means all of those independents or those people who call themselves like an independent, like Maurice, who says they're an independent, but we know they're lefties, they have to stop these independents because that's where the only way the Republicans are ever going to take back this state is if they can convince, which governor candidate do we have right now that can convince them independents that their livelihoods, their entire livelihood is at stake. Should J.B. Pritzker is voted back in as governor? That's the question. Which governor candidate can do that?
You know what's interesting to me? I have all sorts of family members that are always talking about the national end, the national end, the national end. Let me tell you, everybody, if they're listening, my family, again, it all is local. Local is where it starts, and it blooms out to the county and the state level. If we don't get this thing right here, it will never get right in our great country.
That's true.
God bless you, John.
Thank you, brother.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, you as well. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not gonna, guys. I'm not gonna bring you on the line because we only have like 40 seconds, and I don't want to do that. And you know, Congressman Jason Crow went on Martha McCollum's show, and she tried to coax him into say, you know, give me an example of where there was an illegal order. Dude, I'm telling you what they're doing. When you think about that, probably would I feel this way if President Trump didn't have an assassination attempt? And any of you out there who's saying that was fake and staged, you'd never have to reach out to me ever again. Ever. Okay. Woosah. We'll be right back.
They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter.
This week on Capitol Hill is the best way to get informed on everything going on with Congress. Hosted by Tony Perkins and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
A lot of young people in particular fall into the sway of this promise of free everything to everyone. They don't ever tell them that you have to sacrifice your freedom and opportunity and security for all those free things, and that it doesn't work.
Stay informed and become a regular listener. This week on Capitol Hill, Sundays at 1 on AM 560. The Answer.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call now at 800-533-6605 for a free consultation. For 17 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and a Christian-owned company. Don't get stuck in the endless cycle of payments. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Christian-owned Total Financial Freedom now at 800-533-6605. That's 800-533-6605. 800-533-6605.
Hey, it's Scott Tucker and my new co-host,
Amy Jacobson,
on AM 560. We wanted you to know that we have a special show every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. here on AM 560, The Answer. It is Retirement Dakota with Scott Tucker and
Amy Jacobson.
It's every Sunday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. 2-hour show, 2-hour radio extravaganza. Amy, we're going to tantalize the listening public and the listening private with all kinds of retirement planning information. So tune in at AM 560 Sunday mornings at 7 a.m.
The Liberty Cigar Company was founded with one mission in mind: to tell America's magnificent story. We pay homage to the seminal people in American history by way of a meticulously crafted premium cigar, custom blended to match the personality of the one so honored. This holiday season, give your special someone the gift of history, as told by a Liberty cigar. Every box is beautifully gift wrapped at no charge. Check out all our cigar collections at libertycigars.com. That's libertycigars.com, where every cigar has a story to tell.
Hey, I'm Steve Wyatt, and I want to invite you to the Wyatt Matters Show, which airs every Sunday on this station. You can expect lively discussion and heartfelt reflection that will both entertain and inspire you. And if we do it right, maybe deliver some genuine laughter as well. We talk about not only what matters, but also why it matters.
Wyatt Matters, Sunday morning at 6 on AM 560. The Answer.
Salem News Channel is America's fastest growing conservative TV network.
It's an absolute crazy day.
Home to the largest lineup of free speech champions anywhere. Delivering in-depth insight and unapologetic opinion on today's biggest news stories.
Americans aren't going to put up with this anymore.
SNC brings you the news that matters, told with integrity and clarity. Watch Salem News Channel free 24/7 on your television. Stream now on Pluto TV.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, 92.7 FM and AM 1400. The Answer. Let's go back to the phone lines. David from Lansing.
Hey, Sean, great show. And I'm glad you're covering the subject about the military and Trump.
Yeah.
You know, what is the number one purpose of the federal government? It's to protect the people, the American people. And some say it's the only purpose of the federal government.
I agree.
So you know, the timing of this disobey order, you know, and they're yakking on about it. The Democrats, they're going on and on and on about it. They have an agenda. And you always got to read between the lines with these people. They always have an ulterior motive.
That's true.
And with the timing of this and with ICE and everything, it's my opinion that their motive is to divide Trump from the military. The military is filled with, you know, how many people are in the U.S. military?
Well, active is 1 point something million, right? But as far as staff is over, isn't it like over 3 million, 2.5, 3 million or something like that?
Right. So it's my opinion that, it's my opinion that the Democrats are trying to divide a voter base here. They're trying to, like steal, votes from Trump. They're trying to divide a good portion of the American public against Trump. They're not just, this isn't good intention. The Democrats really don't care about America. It's all about division. Anyway.
Well, David, you notice that the story is no longer about the video. The story is now about Trump's remarks because he shared somebody. He said something about somebody said something about something they should hang and George Washington would do it or something like that. And Trump retruth that. And then he talked about this is seditious conspiracy. They should be put in jail. I agree that they should be put in jail. Now, I don't know about the hanging and all that, but they should be put in jail. It's up to two. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 different violations in this video alone.
Right. Well, I mean, they're going to pick out things. The Democrats are good at recording everything and replaying little tidbits of everything, and they'll string all these little tidbits together, and they'll create an impression that Trump's addicted. He's Hitler. He's that's the impression that they want to give everybody.
Yep.
So you just look at the general picture. That's what their impression is. You and I know this. They always have an agenda, and ulterior. Anyway, great show.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
All right, have a good day. Let's go to Tom from Blue Island. What's up, Pip?
Kid Smooth, what's up?
What's up with you, brother?
Okay, so you, me, and Verlon have gone around this over the last couple of days. More him than us the last week or so. So I'm hoping I'm going to save you some time with callers about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
President Trump has 3 years to get done what he wants and this country needs to get done. So I understand Marjorie Taylor Greene has been a big supporter of his and is stand next to him with the red MAGA hat on and everything. But if she's gonna obviate the circumstance by going on and on and on about Epstein, what did he do, Johnny? He signed a bill to release everything, and then she's complaining about prices being too high.
Yeah.
There's no time for this stuff.
But I also think one of her issues was that the agenda wasn't getting pushed. And Tom, you were there. Tom, you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
You were there. I got to keep reminding people. You were there at the inauguration when I got up there and said the Senate will be President Trump's Achilles heels, because the Senate was going to be the one body that hinders President Trump's agenda from getting through. Who's the biggest which party is it? The body, the House or the Senate? It's been so much tougher to get things through. The Senate.
Of course it's the Senate, John, because these guys are pansies.
That's my point.
And these ladies, John, they have this as Bears fans. Everything's equated to the 85 Bears. All these senators want to talk about is, we used to do this, and it was so wonderful, and everyone got along. And President Trump came in there with a sledgehammer, and he said, enough is enough. And the guys actually, John, do we hear anything at all about the border at all?
No.
Why do we not hear anything about the border? Because it's closed. Now we have to hear a pope saying, all these migrants and this and that and this crap with what's going on with ICE. Johnny, we would still be getting invaded the way we were, and Dan Prof likes to say welcomed, and he's right. That would still be going on if Trump hadn't been reelected, my man.
That's true.
And I got one more thing for you, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm sorry if this is controversial. I know this is black and white, and you're my buddy, and Verlon's my buddy, and Jessica Jackson's my buddy, and I've met Danny and Zoe. It's fair game on Whitey in the city of Chicago. That woman was attacked because she's white.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. And Whitey is fair game in the city of Chicago, my man.
Well.
And I love you, Johnny.
I love you too, brother. You have a good one, man. Let's go to Mitchell.
Hey, what's up there, John?
What's up, brother?
First of all, today is the anniversary of the JFK assassination, and Sean Thompson's birthday is today.
Yeah.
He assassinated. But one thing I just want to digress from, or take a different chosen path. What did we learn from the Kennedy assassination? We learned that they're not very transparent about telling you the truth, because they had so much confidence in the Warren Commission. They sealed it for 75 years because they really didn't want the general public to know that they were working with the mafia. And what they don't realize is that before there was the Warren Commission, before there was the Church Committee, before there was the House Committee on Assassinations, there was the Rockefeller Commission. Nelson Rockefeller was Ford VP. Okay. Now, why does Nixon pick Ford to pardon him? Why? Because Gerald Ford is on the Warren Commission. Nixon tells Gerald Ford in '74, listen, before he gets pardoned. I'm going to go to Richard Helms, who was the director of the CIA at that time. He goes, this little thing called the Bay of Pigs, that was code word for the JFK assassination, because Nixon, under Eisenhower, was the architect for going into the Bay of Pigs, Operation Trinidad. So they all start freaking out about Nixon, because he's going to start, he's like, I'm going down, you're going down. So, of course, Gerald Ford, who's the master of guys, he changes the angle on the shot for JFK so it matches the magic bullet theory, and he admits it decades later. So what we're talking about is that the government's never going to be transferred. They're never going to tell you anything.
No.
What's going on, and this is a parallel universe that's going on right now with your current topic. This whole thing of them telling the military to stand down orders. Oh, really? That's exactly what we want, right? Why don't we do that with the police? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that with everything? In fact, you don't have to pay for anything. In fact, your school, tell your teacher to ask himself. Because, this is what they want to create, which is basically they want to manufacture consent, strike one. Strike two, they want to brainwash people thinking that this philosophy is going to change the world when their cities are burning in the rage of crime, burning in terms of all this violence, yet they have the temerity to tell the military to stand down orders? Are you kidding me, Daddy-O? Come on.
That's what they tell him.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Mitchell and his JFK, boy. Woo-wee. I thought I was gonna have time to play the Jason Crow on Fox. Let's play a little. We got a little bit time.
Well, that's unfortunate that in politics these days people grab something and twist it and contort it and lie.
Some might say that
make it into
you have grabbed something
not.
and twisted it and contorted it. You have, you're talking to young members of the American military, and you're not telling them specifically what it is they should see as illegal. So you're putting ideas into their head that maybe they're being asked to do something illegal, and what we're seeing actually is recruitment rising and people wanting to join the military under the president.
Here's an interesting fact for you, Martha. Our men and women actually are very smart, very incredible men and women in our military. And
you don't have to tell me that.
Well, apparently I do.
No, you don't, sir. I have great respect for the United States military.
Well, you don't think they can handle a reminder about federal law and the UCMJ is what I'm hearing. And
they already know. I got an interview coming up with Dr. Paul Huber from Virago. But if you served in the military, after this interview in the 6 o'clock hour, I would love, I'm going to repeat this, but I would love you to call in to talk about not refusing these illegal orders and what does that mean to the greatest military force ever devised, ever known to man. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Mike Gallagher sees it as a huge distraction.
Look, this president changes his mind when he feels like it. And he evidently has changed his mind on releasing the Epstein files. It's just kind of a strange, all of it is bizarre. It gives me a headache. There's important things to deal with.
The Mike Gallagher Show, weekdays at 9 on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Carmen Roberts. Thanksgiving holiday travel is underway with the FAA warning it could be one of the busiest in more than 15 years.
Travelers are urged to be patient, considering that the airlines industry is getting back to normal following the end of that 43-day government shutdown.
Fox's Christina Coleman. Chicago police say 2 separate shootings last night in the Loop left a 14-year-old boy dead and 8 other teens injured. Gunfire erupted after the Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
The youngest was a 13-year-old girl who was shot in the leg, but she is expected to be okay.
Fox's Connor Hansen. Another Christmas tree lighting shooting happened in Concord, North Carolina last night, injuring 4 people, 3 critically. And an explosion this afternoon at a senior apartment complex in Austintown, Ohio, injures several people. America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics 312-827-6261. That's 312-827-6261. 312-827-6261.
This past year has been one of the hardest in MyPillow's history. It's because of you that they are making it through. They want to thank you for your continued support by extending their wholesale prices on classic MyPillows. Get standard classic MyPillows for only $14.98. It gets even better. Upgrade to a queen size MyPillow for just $18.98. King size only $1 more, or multi-use pillows for only $9.98. Get body pillows for $29.98 with a free pillowcase. So go to mypillow.com or call 800-489-0201 and use promo code LIBERTY to take advantage of these wholesale prices, including the standard size MyPillow, originally $49.98, now only $14.98. Queens $18.98. Kings only $1 more. That's 800-489-0201 and use promo code LIBERTY. Order $100 or more and your order ships absolutely free. We know MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty, but MyPillow has just announced that they are extending their 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right. Orders placed between now and December 25th will have their 60-day money-back guarantee extended through March 1st, 2026.
When the power goes out, life stops. Heat, AC, fridge, phones, all gone. But with a Generac home standby generator from True Power Generator Service, your home powers back on automatically, so you're never left in the dark. Book your consultation today at TruePowerGenerator.com. That's TruePowerGenerator.com. Plus, 560 listeners get a free 10-year extended warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Call for details. True Power Generator Service and Generac. It's not just a generator, it's a power move.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer expires 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
The Liberty Cigar Company was founded with one mission in mind: to tell America's magnificent story. We pay homage to the seminal people in American history by way of a meticulously crafted premium cigar, custom blended to match the personality of the one so honored. This holiday season, give your special someone the gift of history, as told by a Liberty cigar. Every box is beautifully gift wrapped at no charge. Check out all our cigar collections at libertycigars.com. That's libertycigars.com, where every cigar has a story to tell.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. Let's go back to the phone lines. Eduardo.
John.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Yeah, well, good job. I had an earpiece, and they went the whole hour without talking about that melee. Or with the fire.
Wait, who didn't?
In the subway.
Who didn't?
No, it wasn't that. It was the Hendon family.
Oh, so, okay. Of course.
Pretty ridiculous.
Of course they're not going to talk about it.
No, I mean, we have more important things to talk about, Epstein, you name it. But at least they talk about the fact that property taxes were high. You got to give them that. Hey, let me, I don't want to go into that thing, but I found an interesting angle with Venezuela. Be on the lookout for this guy, Miguel Uribe Londarno. His wife was killed by Pablo Escobar people in the 90s.
Yeah.
Miguel's son was killed last year by a 15-year-old. And I have a feeling that it has Mr. Petro, who's the current president's dirty hands in it. I can't prove that.
Really?
Yeah. But at least people that might be friendly to him. And, of course, he's friendly with Maduro. He does not welcome these boat fires.
No?
He's pro Maduro. I mean, him and Maduro, they're buddies. And if this guy, Landero, gets extra security by President Trump,
yeah,
there's an extra ally for President Trump. He needs security because I think his life is going to be in jeopardy.
Yeah,
he's running for president.
Okay.
Next year.
But I thought the woman that just won the Nobel was going to run for something too.
No, this is Colombia.
Oh, you said Colombia. Okay.
Yeah, this is Colombia. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The Machado girl, yeah, she's the one that would replace Maduro if he's gone. And let me tell you another thing too, where this mutiny came from Mark Kelly and the gang. You remember the Admiral Alvin Halsey?
Yeah, no, I don't. I can't say that I do.
So he's the commander of Caribbean forces. He quit, or he moved on. He questioned the legality of those boat blow-ups. So, what an interesting timing that these people come out after he, says goodbye, and he himself is questioning also the, justification for those boat fires.
I agree with you there.
I think these two, keep an eye. I think these two are very. The media is not going to talk about these angles. That doesn't fit their narrative.
No.
But keep your eye on this Landero. Hopefully, he's successful in beating Mr. Petro because he's a disaster.
I agree.
He was in Central Park with a bullhorn saying, "You military people, you need to defy President Trump." He was doing that. The president of Colombia was doing that some weeks ago. It might have been last month or 2 months ago in Central Park with a bullhorn with his bodyguards. He was doing that. Defy the president.
I mean, it's happening all over the world, isn't it?
They don't like Trump.
No.
Nobody likes it. Trump. It's like what's his name? Who's in the cabinet? Who was a talk show host? I forgot his name.
Who?
From Hungary, the teddy bear.
I don't know.
The big guy, Gorka.
Sebastian Gorka.
Sebastian Gorka says the Republican Party does not have many friends in life.
Yeah.
That is the attitude that the president needs to keep aware of in the back of his mind.
Well, we shall see. We shall see, my brother.
Yeah. Thank you, John,
Thank you so much.
Time. Yeah.
No problem, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, brother. Really do. Happy Thanksgiving. But here's Dakota Meyer on that situation.
We've crossed the line in this country that cannot be ignored. We have sitting U.S. elected officials, including Senator Mark Kelly, now telling troops that they can refuse illegal orders. I mean, it sounds reasonable until you realize no legal order has been given. Everyone knows that. This isn't about the law. This is about planting seeds of doubt. It's a Trojan horse slipped into the minds of the one group of Americans who cannot afford to doubt for even 1 second, our military. I mean, you get our troops questioning their chain of command, questioning their commander-in-chief, questioning the oath that they swore to. You're not just playing with politics, you're injecting anarchy into the ranks. And that goes against everything the American way stands for. Let me say this directly to anyone wearing the uniform. Do not listen to these politicians. If even one of you follows what they're attempting to do, your life's going to be the one that burns down, not theirs. You'll lose your rank, your career, your benefits, your retirement, everything you worked for. And not one single politician will stand beside you when the consequences hit. They will forget your name before the ink dries on your paperwork. I think we should be thankful that Mark Kelly isn't in uniform anymore. And we should thank God that he wasn't the aircraft commander of the Enola Gay in 1945, because a man this confused about duty and responsibility would have never had the conviction to help end a world war and save American lives. This very moment isn't exposing a people problem. It is exposing a leadership problem. Leaders who are so disconnected and so desperate and so entitled that they believe they're above consequences and they believe you won't hold them accountable. It's time to put people over parties. It's time to put the Constitution over convenience. And it's time to call this out for what it is.
You notice that when you look across this country, failure of leadership is just always at the center of the issues. We'll be right back.
When we lose a pet, we lose a member of the family. The house feels quieter, the leash hangs by the door, and our hearts ache for that unconditional love. At Cozy Acres Pet Cemetery and Crematory, they understand that feeling because they're pet owners too. Since 1981, family-owned Cozy Acres has helped other families say goodbye with dignity, respect, and compassion. Whether you choose burial or cremation, your pet is handled gently with the same care you gave them every day of their life. They'll guide you through every step of this difficult time so you can have peace of mind knowing your beloved companion is in good hands. Cozy Acres Pet Cemetery, a final act of love for your faithful friend. Cozy Acres is proudly family-owned, proudly American, and proud to support the values we all share on AM 560 The Answer. Visit cozyacres.co, that's cozy with a K, acres.co, or call 815-723-9588.
Whether you're preparing for exams, juggling family and career, or just looking to stay sharp as you age, Think Factor is here to help. Created by the same company that makes Relief Factor, Think Factor supports sharper focus, stronger recall, and clearer thinking. It's the natural way to give your brain the daily nutrients it needs for memory, attention, and even vibrant vision. Call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com to learn more. Look, I was a little bit skeptical. I started taking Think Factor. After a few weeks, wow, my memory, my focus, my concentration, better than ever. And Think Factor results get better the longer it's taken. If you want to stay focused during demanding tasks, keep your memory strong, maintain mental energy for whatever's ahead, well, Think Factor is for you. Call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com to learn more and order Think Factor. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily. Call 800-4RELIEF or visit relieffactor.com for Think Factor.
So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. It's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer expires 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. AM 560, 92.7 FM, and AM 1400, The Answer, Detroit, Michigan. I got a guest in studio. We were hanging out a little bit at Freedom Summit. Put the mic closer. We were hanging out a little bit at Freedom Summit, but I actually use your Virgo. Wait, what did they call it? Somebody called it Virigo. Virgo. I heard him saying that at Freedom Summit. But I actually take it, and I'm going to tell you. And I've been taking it, 4 months now, I believe it is?
About 4 months.
About 4 months. And I just got another bottle at Freedom Summit. And I'm telling you, I feel the hypertension that I struggle with. I've come off a few of my
meds?
My meds. Yeah, I don't take the only one I'm taking right now is, and I don't know, Carta something.
L-carnitine?
No, it starts with a C.
Oh,
I'm a butcher of names, but that's the only one I'm taking right now, and I've come off of them, and I feel way better. I get more sleep now.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you. And I mean, I'll let you talk about it.
Your
product.
It's not only my product.
Dr. Paul Huber. Let me tell people
Dr. Michael Huber with Virago.
Sorry, what did I say, Paul?
Michael. It's hypertension and diabetes and obesity. The three big ones, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, why is that? Why is it such a huge issue in the black community?
It's genetic.
Is it the cooking, the food?
The cooking, the food, the lifestyle. I mean, and it's really the fact that it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
Why it's there. It's a lot of individual choices.
Yeah.
But you can do something about it. It's like your hypertension, just hypertension alone.
Yeah.
It's not just high blood pressure and bringing it down and everything's fine. You still have inflammation.
Yes.
Okay. And obesity, you have inflammation.
Yeah.
Your fat cells secrete what they call inflammatory cytokines all day long. Okay. So you're constantly inflaming your whole body.
And break that down so I can understand it.
It makes your body inflamed all day long. The fat cells secrete these substances that inflame your whole body.
Okay.
And then hypertension causes stress and oxidative stress, which inflames your whole body.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you add diabetes on top of it. Now, if you got the triple whammy, you're in big trouble. Constant inflammation. What does it do? The diabetes the high sugar makes your body insulin resistant. Okay, so now your cells can't get rid of take in the sugar that's floating around.
Yeah.
So now what happens is your brain develops insulin resistance, brain fog. What happens to your kidneys? These cells that are in your kidneys called podocytes. They're like the coffee filters, filtering your coffee. You start poking holes in through these cells, and you get toxins. Toxins build up, and toxins get into your bloodstream, which cause more inflammation. And then hypertension does more inflammation.
Yeah.
So you got a triple whammy of inflammation.
So what is the 23 ingredient nutraceutical? Is that what
it's a nutraceutical.
Now, how does that, because you can't say that it's a cure because of FDA
No.
regulations.
Well, it isn't a cure. I wouldn't even claim that if it was. I mean, it even with the FDA putting a slap over my mouth, it's not a cure, and I'm not going to claim that. But it is a reduction of inflammation.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I felt that.
Yeah, and that's important. But it protects the organs. Yeah. It protects your kidneys. It patches up those holes that diabetes and hypertension in the little podocytes. It's like a plaster, and it stops that leaking of toxins. But not only that, you guys, you got to understand, it also causes leaks in your intestines.
Uh-oh.
So when you're eating, the toxins pass through your intestines and get into your bloodstream. So now you got a bunch of floating garbage around in your what you're doing is
Does that develop parasites?
Oh, you can get parasites through those holes. But you see, now your body's constantly inflamed. So what's your body think? Your body thinks you have an infection.
Yeah, so it's fighting.
So it starts dumping all these inflammatory responses into your body, and eventually your body starts there's no infection to fight. So your body the immune system gets trigger happy.
Yeah.
So it starts killing normal cells. So now you have an autoimmune disease on top of your diabetes, your hypertension, and your obesity. So with Virogo, we help cut that inflammation down, okay, which brings it down, and we protect your brain, your heart. Your heart gets killed by all these toxins. Yeah. It becomes diabetes makes it hard. It makes it fibrous, so it doesn't pump so easily. It makes your blood vessels stiff, like an old rubber band instead of a new one that stretches. And you get these kind of reactions in your body. So your hypertension gets worse, your heart gets worse, your kidneys get worse. And these diseases are terrible. I mean, it's not like you're going to die overnight. Yeah. No, you die a lousy death. You start getting your feet cut off. You start getting on dialysis. You become a cardiac cripple. You get Alzheimer's disease. This is not the way you want to go.
Have you gotten anybody that was having a lot of these effects that call you or call your office to say or send in saying, hey, listen, whatever's in here, it's helped me?
Oh, people definitely, they felt differences in their cognitive function, people with cardiac improvement. But, Virogo, it's not by itself.
Right.
I'm not going to say, hey, just take Virogo.
Can I tell you something? So when I first started taking it, and I started seeing improvement. You said brain fog. I had a little of that. I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, it clears that.
But you know what really supersized it? When I added ivermectin to it.
Oh yeah.
What was it about adding ivermectin?
Well, you probably had some residual spike protein in there.
Okay.
And that's what knocked it out. The Virogo also gets rid of spike, and you probably had a lot of it. The other thing is, I like Virago for the inflammation protection, but if you are a person out there and you have diabetes and hypertension and obesity, you want to start working on that. So
Okay.
I suggest simple things first.
Well, let's talk about those simple things when we come back. From
You
break.
got it.
You're listening to Black and Right. We're here with Michael Huber. I'm thinking of Paul on my mind. I'm looking at Paul while I'm talking to you. We'll be right back.
Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gay Vallis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
The Liberty Cigar Company was founded with one mission in mind: to tell America's magnificent story. We pay homage to the seminal people in American history by way of a meticulously crafted premium cigar, custom blended to match the personality of the one so honored. This holiday season, give your special someone the gift of history, as told by a Liberty cigar. Every box is beautifully gift wrapped at no charge. Check out all our cigar collections at libertycigars.com. That's libertycigars.com, where every cigar has a story to tell.
A voice for the new right, charting a new path forward for American conservatism. It's the Josh Hammer Show.
What is the alternative to engaging with your political opponents, to hearing out their criticism in as happy warrior-like fashion as you can have it? The day that we replace that with, God forbid, with violence, that's how republics die. There is nothing good down that road.
The Josh Hammer Show on the Salem Podcast Network. Subscribe today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com. Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Now, welcome back to Black and Right. Now, Dr. Huber, we were just talking about Virago alone is great, but you believe how a person should start their day, not only with Virago, but you wanted to lay out how people should start their day.
Definitely, especially I'm talking to the people with all of the diseases or some of these diseases: obesity, hypertension, and diabetes. I suggest starting your day, first of all, with a full glass of water. You have toxins that build up in the kidneys overnight because it's being filtered. You want to flush that garbage out first thing in the morning. Okay, I suggest
cold or room temperature?
Room temperature. Okay.
How many ounces?
At least minimum 12.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just giving you some starters because you drink water all day long, you know. But to start on, and then I suggest 500 milligrams of berberine and 500 milligrams of cinnamon.
Ooh.
Now, the berberine controls your blood sugar levels. Okay, it's like a metformin, a natural metformin. Okay, and it's really good, and it also helps your immune system. Yeah. The cinnamon also controls your blood sugar levels, and it also it slows the emptying of your stomach, so you feel full longer, and you don't get a blood sugar spike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do intermittent fasting too.
Yeah. Well, I'm just general people, but you don't want to dump all the food because you get that blood sugar spike.
Okay.
Okay. Then I suggest eating a really good breakfast, and by good breakfast I don't mean Fruit Loops. I don't mean a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. I mean
bacon, eggs,
eggs, hard-boiled eggs, poached eggs, bacon. I believe in food.
Yeah.
Butter. I don't believe in margarine.
Right.
And avoid, for God's sakes, avoid corn syrup. Corn syrup will destroy your pancreas. It wreaks havoc in your body. It's terrible.
Does this help with the pancreas as well?
Oh yeah, it does. Virago helps the pancreas function.
Okay. Now,
but the thing is, then a full glass of water with that, then eat something good, then take your Virago, because you want to take Virago on your full stomach, and then a multivitamin. I suggest.
What's a good multivitamin?
I was going to suggest. I love, and I think it's one of the best ones on the market, is from Source Naturals called Life Force.
Life Force.
It is a wonderful multi. Now it comes in capsules and like a tablet. I take the tablet because it's just one pill. The capsules you have to take 4 of to get the thing, but the other one is 1. It's a little big.
Where can they find that?
Most of your health food stores cover it, and it's online.
Okay.
But I love that. I mean, I really love that one. Yeah. And you take that because it has chromium in it. Chromium makes your insulin work. If your insulin can't get, your sugar can't get into your cells without insulin. Insulin won't work without chromium.
Yeah.
And also has selenium, which protects your heart. So we need these for these diseases. Yeah. So I suggest doing that. I also suggest walking about 20 minutes after you eat, especially dinner, to keep the blood sugars from spiking. I suggest you take at lunch 1 more berberine, 1 more cinnamon, 1 more glass of water, and a multivitamin again, and eat a good lunch.
So multivitamin twice a day?
3 times a day.
3 times a day?
Yeah.
Dinner?
It's not a 1 a day. It's a 3 a day.
Okay.
And then dinner, again, a half hour before, a berberine with cinnamon. You can get a combo berberine. They have them, berberine and cinnamon together, or you can take them separate. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then a full glass of water again, and then eat, and then another half shot of Virago and your multivitamin. And walk. Don't sit on your butt all day. All right, you got to move. And
Michelle Obama was right about move.
Right. And if you're older and you can't move, get one of those things where you pedal while you're sitting.
Yeah, Blakemore, you hear that?
Yeah, you just got to pedal to the metal there, and just keep going. You got to move. You got to be active. And the more active you get, you'll start losing weight this way.
Yeah.
The berberine and the cinnamon, and watch what you eat. I'm not saying if you continue eating garbage, you're going to lose weight. You got to be smart.
Yeah, well, because we couldn't get you in, I'll hold you on for another segment because I want people to know where to go get it. And I got a question about one of my daughters. My daughter has alopecia. She's completely bald. I want to know, how could Virago help her?
It might.
Right.
I haven't had a case. I have to be honest, but it could if it's an autoimmune problem.
Hour 3 coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
A data operations support specialist is sought by Crystal Equation Corporation, Chicago, Illinois, to design engineering tools related to data operations and warehousing. Work assignments may be in various unanticipated work locations in the U.S. Telecommuting permitted. Pay rate $50 per hour. Position comes with full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, life, 401k, and more. Apply job number 41427 by sending resume to apply@crystalequation.com.
Ross Shaw talks about building income in retirement.
You know, you can actually structure it in a way to have that $4,000 a month coming in the door every single month. So you don't have to look at the stock ticker and say, oh, the stock market's up today, stock market's down. You still got that $4,000 a month, and having that opportunity to take the vacations and do all the fun things in retirement that you always dream to do.
Unleash your wealth, Saturday at 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer.
Trump gives Ukraine a Thanksgiving deadline. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. The president tells Ukraine it must agree to his peace plan to end the war by then, or that Ukraine will fight on without U.S. support. Meantime, officials from Ukraine, the U.S., and several European countries will meet in Geneva tomorrow.
The president has been frustrated with the course of this war, but there has been bipartisan concern regarding the terms of this plan. European leaders met on the sidelines at the G20 summit, and they released a statement saying that the draft needs additional work. They say, we are clear on the principle that borders must not be changed by force. We are also concerned by the proposed limitations on Ukraine's armed forces, which would leave Ukraine vulnerable to a future attack. High-level negotiations regarding next steps are happening in Geneva this weekend. A U.S. official telling Fox Army Secretary Dan Driscoll and his team are now in Switzerland for these talks. The Ukrainians are heading there tonight. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff are set to arrive tomorrow.
Fox's Madeline Rivera at the White House. President Trump reacts to Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's decision to resign after their falling out.
I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived the primary. But I think she's a nice person.
Taylor Greene says her last day will be January 5th. One thing she's disappointed about, the president and fellow Republican lawmakers refuse to help Americans pay for health care.
During the longest shutdown in our nation's history, I raged against my own speaker and my own party for refusing to proactively work diligently to pass the plan to save Americans health care and protect Americans from outrageous, overpriced, and unaffordable health insurance policies.
And this could be the busiest Thanksgiving holiday travel season in 15 years.
TSA is expecting to screen more than 17.8 million people over the holiday break, with over 3 million just on Sunday, November 30th. Travel experts are encouraging people to check with their airlines to make sure their flights are on time.
America's listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Tonight, expect clear skies with a low of 37. Sunday will bring plenty of sunshine, offering a pleasant end to the weekend with a high of 54. Sunday night will be clear to partly cloudy with a low of 36. Monday will start with some sun before turning cloudy, reaching a high of 55. I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Your local State Farm agent, Anthony DeGrotto, combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. You can combine your home, auto, and life insurance to not only save you money, but give you the peace of mind you've been looking for. Anthony DeGrotto is your go-to agent in Chicagoland. He and his team will work for you to provide the best service you expect at the price you want. Combine your home, auto, and life insurance today. Anthony DeGrotto will help you mix and match things perfectly. His State Farm office is a top pick 2024 Daily Herald Reader's Choice Award winner. He's a proud supporter of Tunnel to Towers and like-minded as you. His State Farm agency is currently looking to add members at their Roselle office. Call Anthony at 847-895-1500 today or visit DeGrottoSF.com. That's DeGrottoSF.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
It's time for Christmas at Cantini, a time for laughter and joy, a time for cherished moments by coming together with the ones you love. Be awed by twinkling lights, feel the thrill of gliding on ice, and enjoy the cozy warmth of s'mores by the fire. Cherish the moments together this holiday season at Christmas at Cantini. Get your tickets at Cantini.org. Sponsored by the Robert R. McCormick Foundation.
Hey, I'm Steve Wyatt, and I want to invite you to the Wyatt Matters Show, which airs every Sunday on this station. You can expect lively discussion and heartfelt reflection that will both entertain and inspire you. And if we do it right, maybe deliver some genuine laughter as well. We talk about not only what matters, but also why it matters.
Wyatt Matters. Sunday morning at 6 on AM 560. The Answer.
It's hard to find a nursing home where Christ-centered care is provided. For over 130 years, Lutheran Life has served the needs of seniors at the Lutheran Home in Arlington Heights. With chaplains on full-time duty, the Lutheran Home provides spiritual support as your loved ones confront the hard realities of aging. Our nurses will care for your bodies, and our chaplains will care for your souls. Find out how by visiting LutheranLifeCommunities.org today. That's LutheranLifeCommunities.org.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560. If you missed those first 2 hours, head over to 560theanswer.com, download the podcast. You can listen to the show no matter where you are. If you haven't gotten my book, head over to blackandwhiteradio.com or on Amazon. Pick up the book, Letters to John Boy. I don't know if I told you, if you... I think I have said it, but Letters to John Boy is getting ready to become a movie. We got our first investment, and we got another investment meeting where it's the potential of this thing really, really taking off, and the script being written and everything is amazing. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Also, I told you guys, I'm watching on Fox now. They're talking about socialism. I'm actually writing a book about that. I've been writing it for quite some time, but I finally picked it back up, and because I think we really have to start. I think we have to educate this generation on just how dangerous it is, and I think sometimes we placate it. We placate with it now. We make it sound nice, but not me, not we. They make it sound nice and think and make it sound like it's something that's, good for America when it's not. They went into hiding for many years, and now they're just out and about, and they just don't care. New York just voted for an open Democrat socialist. I have audio for that. I don't know if I'll get to it or not. But we were talking to Dr. Michael Huber, who created Virago. You were talking about there was something we were talking during the break. There's a point you wanted to make about what Virago can do.
Oh, it does so much. But John, I just want to say, my wife finished your book.
Yeah.
And it touched her so much. She just finished it last night. I get to read it now.
Oh.
And she loved it, and she said it was so well written.
Thank you.
And it really touched her heart. And she said to tell you that thank you. She met you at Liberty Summit.
Yeah,
she loved you, and well, your thing with your dedication to Charlie Kirk was wonderful.
Thank you.
And we really had a great time at Liberty Fest. It was
you guys
wonderful.
were busy too. Your table was busy there.
Yeah, it was real busy. And then people really loved our video, our commemorative Charlie Kirk video that we did with the music.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
You were supposed to send that to me.
I'm going to.
Because I would love to post that.
Yeah, we were going to.
Yeah.
We're going to definitely send it. We're talking with people now because people are really interested. Turning Point wants to use it.
Awesome.
So
it was really good.
It was. It was a fabulous. I didn't do it. Believe me, I don't sing. I don't dance.
Really?
No. I just think. That's all I do. Think about Virago.
Oh my goodness.
So, but Virago does so much for the immune system. So much for helping your heart and your lungs and everything work good.
I don't mean to cut you off, but so much. I think the way our system of health works. We don't talk about preventative measures.
Oh, none.
How can Virago help somebody that's not dealing with these issues so that they won't ever have to deal with them? Can Virago help them preventively?
Oh, it is a great prevention. You take it daily. You don't get the flu. You don't get colds. It helps keep your immune system healthy.
I didn't get my summer sickness.
That's right.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, you don't get it, and you don't. Summer allergies go away. Seasonal allergies go away on people because it's not just an immune enhancer. It balances the immune system between reaction and bringing it down and bringing it up, back and forth.
Yeah.
It keeps it balanced because you need a balanced immune system. So it helps with that, and it protects all your organs from. Just because you don't have diabetes, hypertension, and obesity doesn't mean your organs aren't under oxidative stress.
Correct.
Okay, they are, and they need protection, and it gives you extra protection. You'd have to eat a ton of kale and a ton of oranges to get what we have in Virago.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I love kale though.
And and our body is the temple. Our body is the temple. And Matthew 21:12, Jesus cleared out the temple from all the sinners and the garbage. Well, we have to do that too. We have the Holy Spirit in us.
That's right.
So we got to clear out this temple. This is what should motivate you people to do things for your body. It's not just, I can eat this. I want to do this. Hey, you're the temple, and you got to clean it up. And if you need help, prayer will help you.
Have you tried to take this into the Black community? To try to find avenues in to say
I'm trying. I'm working with you and hopefully speak to some churches.
Yeah.
I want to get the Black community to wake up to their health and wake up to their bodies. That it's so important, and it's not just life and death. I'm going to die tomorrow of a heart attack. It's the lousy way to die.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Well, speaking of a Black woman, a powerful Black woman, Nell, you there?
I am here.
Hey,
yes.
what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, thank you for allowing us to have this platform, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I have to say, your speaker that you just finished conversing with, I have to agree with him. We must take care of our bodies even the more so. I am a living witness that once we do that, we feel better, our health is better, and all the other good things that we all desire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but I really want to address the other topics that you were...
Go ahead.
Okay, because you know something, I hear the righteous indignation in you, and I definitely appreciate that, because once we come to the place that we will allow ourselves to stand against the powers and the principality that's trying to rule over us, we'll begin to see a change. And I can attest to this, that once you stand, sometimes you have to stand by yourself in the beginning. But once you stand, there are other people that have the same like minds will come and gather with you. And another thing that I would like to say, John, that is this. I am so tired of individuals hungry for power that they think that if they go along and become pawns and donkeys and fools, that they are going to arrive there, and fail to realize that they are being used. People like Maxine Waters and Bowser in the mayor in Washington, and the ones in New York, and the one in Georgia, all these people, and Johnson downtown, they fail to realize, Lightfoot, all the rest of them, you can get I'm talking about a litany of all these individuals who think that they are in power, but fail to realize that they are puppets on a string.
Yep.
And not only that, what these people that's in quote power, they do not care about humanity. Matter of fact, they're trying to depopulate humanity. And when you think about it, the same spirit that was on Margaret Sanger is the same spirit that's in our land today.
Yes.
And I would just like to encourage believers that we have the power and the authority to come against these principalities. And once we come into unity, we can command certain things in the spirit realm that can change the natural realm. Another thing I would like to say, John, is this, that we are quite naturally concerned about our finances and all the other things, but we better look up and see the chemtrails that are invading us, because what good is to have money when your lives are being snuffed out every day once you go outside? I can tell you right now, in a neighborhood not too far from where I am, they have put up power plants, the 5G
towers.
Towers, yeah. Do you know they have 5 in less than a block in a black neighborhood?
I believe it.
It's totally ridiculous. And we sit back thinking that this here is going to affect other people. We can get in our estates, we can hide out in wherever we want to go, but we are breathing the same air. The same radiation is going to affect all of us.
Yeah.
It's time for us to arise. And I'm so tired of the politicians in Washington, D.C., that are those that are on the Democrat and the Republican and the local level.
Yeah.
I am tired of them thinking that they are doing us a favor, but they fail to realize that their relatives breathe the same air. They have grandmothers and aunties and all these other people, and they are up there being used. It is just absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
How we as people, and I'm going to speak, I know there are other ethnicities listen to your program, but I'm going to speak to the black folks. You got to stop being fools, allowing yourself everything that's negative. Now, even Benny that was on the January 6th committee, why do they thrust you all to the forefront when everything is failing? Everything is failing. You look at everything that's failing, New York, Georgia, any place you want to look at. Who is on the forefront?
Black people.
In the end. And what's going to go down in history in the end? What's going to make our children look at something and say, look at this? And we don't want our kids to have that negative mentality. But, John, it's time for us to stand up.
You standing up, it sounds like.
Well, you know, I've had to stand, and when I tell you I came out a winner.
Come on.
When people stand up for what's right, they will see the victory. But if we lay low, we will never see it.
Amen. Thanks so much, Nell. I really appreciate that. Have a good one, Nell. We'll be right back.
Scott Jennings says this could come back to bite them.
It's pretty clear to me that Democrats want to use the Epstein situation to try to tie up Donald Trump, to try to create a narrative that he somehow had something to do with this when there's not a shred of evidence that he ever did. But they may have blundered into a problem here with some of their own people getting caught up in this web.
The Scott Jennings Show. Weekdays at 1, right before Hugh Hewitt at 2 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you know what time it is?
To be honest, it's 1:30.
Why did you say to be honest?
To be honest, the cherry wood of the colonial bedroom at Penny Mustard reminds me of George Washington,
who famously said, "I cannot tell a lie."
To be honest, that's correct.
That's appropriate, since the colonial bedroom is fit for a president.
The solid wood design has an authentic old-timey feel.
To be honest, it also features forever tight bed brackets and drawer bottoms strong enough to stand on.
So you can't tell a lie?
To be honest, I cannot.
Okay, in that case, did you eat my turkey sub out of the fridge in the break room?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
It wasn't turkey. It was ham.
The majestic colonial bedroom featuring a king panel bed with drawers, 8-drawer dresser, panel mirror, and 3-drawer nightstand, starting at $13,445 at Penny Mustard.
7 Chicagoland showrooms.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Listen, I'm going to be straight with you. Pain just doesn't hurt your body. It steals your life. I know because I've seen it with people I care about, and maybe you're dealing with it right now. Here's what I love about Dr. Ashley Caravelli and QC Kinetics. They get it. They're not pushing surgery. They're not handing out pills. They're using your body's own healing power to fix what's broken. This is cutting edge. I've talked to people who've been through this. These are real results. No going under the knife, no medication fog, no sitting on the couch recovering, just your body doing what it was designed to do, heal itself. QC Kinetics gives you long-term relief. Make 2026 the year you get back to living without pain. They've got weekend appointments, free consultations, and you can use your HSA or FSA spending accounts. Your first consultation is free, so don't hesitate to call to find out more. Call 312-827-6261. Again, 312-827-6261. One more time, that number is 312-827-6261.
You know, life moves fast. Staying sharp, focused, and clear-headed isn't always easy. That's why the same company that brings you Relief Factor has developed something brand new, Think Factor. Think Factor is made to help you think clearer and perform better daily. It's a powerful blend of nutrients that unlocks mental clarity and precision, nurtures your memory, boosts your attention. With Think Factor, brain power and performance finally meet for lasting daily results. Supercharge your memory, mental sharpness. Your brain is your most valuable asset, powering your creativity, focus, and daily performance. If you're feeling mentally foggy, give it a try. After a couple of weeks of taking Think Factor, it was a game changer for me. Look, the longer you take Think Factor, the better it works for you. If you've ever thought you want to be more clear, more focused, call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4RELIEF, or visit ReliefFactor.com to learn more and order Think Factor. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily. Call 800-4RELIEF or visit ReliefFactor.com for Think Factor.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Dr. Michael Huber, I want to give you one last opportunity to talk to the people, about your product. Where can they get it? And you also wanted to make a point about nail, but I want you to talk about your product first and then...
Well, at myvirago.com is where you go. MyVirago, VIROGO.com. And right now we're on, because of 560, we love 560. It's a great place. We give 30% off right now.
Oh.
And you go there. And also, if you go to the website, hello at MyVirago, and text any questions, I leave your phone number, of course, and I call you. I mean, really? I talk to everybody. I don't have people call you. I call you.
Wow.
And they may call you to set up a time.
Yeah.
But I definitely call everybody who calls who has a question, and that doesn't have to be about Virago. If something about their health, I'll work with that if I know about it. If it's an area I know.
What's the code?
myvirago.com.
But you said
hello at MyVirago.
Oh, hello.
It's on the bottle.
Okay.
It's on the bottle. It's on the website.
No, you said 560 listeners get 30% off.
Oh, they get. The code is immune.
Immune.
Immune. IMMUNE. Use that. You get 30% off.
Virago is Maha, right?
Yeah.
Maha's Virago.
Starts with Virago.
Starts with Virago.
It does. It does.
But you wanted to address what Neil said.
Oh, no, it's talking about how we're being duped and how it's like the food, drug, industrial complex. People don't realize they filled us with crap. They gave us Fruit Loops. They gave us Pop-Tarts. They gave us all this garbage when I'm an older guy. They gave us all that garbage when I was a kid. TV dinner started with high sodium, tons of sodium. Can you imagine what that did to the black community? All right, tons of sodium, all this garbage. And then they want you to take their drugs because they're killing you with the food. And it's, hey, they're making it at both ends.
Yeah.
And then they give you these drugs that are garbage. Yeah. And you have to take
Make
drugs
you feel sluggish.
Yeah, and the drugs
loopy.
to help you up with the drug side effects that you're taking.
Yeah.
And like this new GLP stuff, this weight loss junkies.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take it. And once you come off, you gain it all back. So they got you dependent. It's like a heroin addict for weight loss.
Yeah.
You're dependent upon this shot.
How bad was the COVID shot?
COVID was terrible. We have increased cancer rates. We have blood clots, cancer, autoimmune diseases, neurological, Bell's palsy, MS. All these things are neurological other disorders. Terrible.
I didn't get it, so.
You didn't get the shot?
No, I stayed completely away from it.
No, I didn't either. I didn't either. I fought it. I refused to get it. I was raised naturally. My dad was a chiropractor, so I wasn't even vaccinated as a kid. You know, didn't even polio, measles, or anything. I had measles and mumps and all that.
Yeah,
but I didn't.
So did I.
And I did not get the vaccines. And I'm not a big vaxxer person.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want them, go ahead. I don't. But I would. The older vaccines, they take a speck of the virus and put it in, and you develop an immunity to it.
Yeah.
That was a little different. That's not so bad compared to this
mRNA.
mRNA is so bad because it really screws around with your DNA, and it's like you're constantly making a toxin in your body that's attaching to your normal cells that your body's attacking.
Yeah.
Your body attacks your own cells because the spike now starts attaching to normal cells. The body doesn't know it's got spike there. It goes after it. So you're making an automatic autoimmune disease with the virus.
Yeah.
I mean, the spike. It's no good.
You know, how important is Maha? I feel like in some regards it's trickled off. You don't hear a lot of exciting thing. When he first came out, he came out with a roar.
Oh, he's done a lot though.
But explain. What has he done?
He's done well. A lot of people, even my friends, when he came out with Tylenol and autism, they went poo poo poo. And I even thought, wow, that doesn't make sense. And then I dove in. I started pulling the research papers. All these neurological problems in fetal development that are associated, with Tylenol, with acetaminophen. Yeah, and I just pulled in, and it took me about 5 minutes, and I found 5 or 6 papers that talked about it. I'm going, well, this maybe have something. Okay, this might be a way. And then red dye. I mean, come on. Who has a red dye deficiency of number 6? I've never had a red dye deficiency. Have you? So I mean, we don't need it.
Right. So, what are some of the other things that you think that he needs to do, like now, before this administration is over?
I really want him to delve into the vaccines. And he's starting to. It takes time to do this, and
it's a $1 billion industry, right?
Oh yeah, and they got the cash cow because they can't get sued. They got that a sue board, you know, and then try to get through that garbage and actually get an award. The damage is there are more side effects from these vaccines than they're letting us on because they don't get reported. The doctors don't report them. It's a pain in the butt to report them. And then they sometimes say, oh, that can't be from this. I mean, how with the COVID, when people were getting Bell's palsy, oh, it can't be from this. The myocarditis, oh, it can't be from this. You know, unless the guy took the shot and walked 2 feet and dropped dead, they wouldn't get the association.
What about women getting pregnant too? The COVID affected that too, right?
Oh, infertility problems, early miscarriages. But after, miscarriages, they kind of go for a certain amount of months, and then but people were losing babies all the time, and menstrual problems, cycles are screwed up. It's terrible.
How do we make sure this never happens again? What must RFK Jr. do to ensure that a mandate for a vaccine will never happen again.
We have to do one. I don't believe we should do any mRNA vaccines.
Okay.
I don't think they work.
Well, the founder and creator of it said the same thing.
Yeah.
I interviewed him. He said the same thing.
It's garbage, and
Yeah.
and you can get what they call retrograde transcription and get into your DNA. They've proven that with liver cells. So I don't. The other ones, I like the measles, mumps, rubella one, the triple.
That's had decades of
that's
of
terrible
study, though, right?
Yeah, but that's they've covered it up.
Okay.
That one, the autism started. My opinion. This is my opinion, that a lot of them spiked after that one. Not when they gave it separately.
How is it that the Amish have barely a trace of any of these diseases? What is it
Maybe
that they do?
eat good.
Is it because they don't take the vaccines as
They
well?
don't take vaccines. They eat well.
Yeah.
They work their butts off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a totally different. When you eat well, and you know they're a lot of them are farmers, and they're eating right there from their own crops, and their beef is not shot up with hormones, and they're not eating Twinkies, and they're not eating Fruit Loops.
I stopped eating Twinkies. I left Twinkies alone after seeing that movie. What was that Zombieland movie? Remember with what was his name? He just said he couldn't be a Secret Service agent because he tried to. Woody Harrelson. What was that? Zombieland? Was that Double Tap? I stopped eating
Twinkies
because Twinkies was still around after years. I said I'm done with Twinkies.
I mean, I grew up with all my friends Ho-Hos and Twinkies and Fruit Loops. I mean, sugar.
How important is water? And what water should we drink?
The water you should drink, you want to filter. Water. You want to get the microplastics out, so you don't want to drink from plastic bottles. And try to get microplastics out. Hey, you might as well try to invent a new wheel, because it's in everything. And try to get a bottle of ketchup without corn syrup and without a plastic bottle. Good luck on that one.
There's a guy on I follow on. I think he's on TikTok. He taught me. He teaches you how to make those type of things for yourself.
Oh, you can make them, yeah. But you can get an organic ketchup, but then they stick it in a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So glass bottle is what you
Glass bottles. Glass of anything you can get it in glass. And filter your water. Get a good filter. You don't have to have anything real special. Just get the chlorine out, get the fluoride out, and get the microplastics out. If you get those things out, you got some of the biggies gone. And if you get those three out, you get most everything else.
What do you think history, you've got about a minute and a half left. What will history say about President Trump and his I mean, even though RFK gets the label of Maha, but what will President Trump's legacy be about making America healthy again?
I think putting Kennedy in was a huge thing.
Yeah.
I think that was really good. A lot of people, they don't like him. I don't think they really, because he's not a doctor. Well, there's been other people, so the head of the department, that were not doctors. But he's got the insight to look at areas that we haven't been allowed to. Vaccines, he's looking into the food additives. He's looking into the drugs. He's looking at the vaccines. He wants to have research. Let's do some research instead of using us as the guinea pig. We were the guinea pig on this COVID vaccine.
We were.
So, and then I think he's going to go down as a positive thing.
Yeah.
And Maha starts with Virago. Remember, myvirago.com. Use the immune code and get 30% off. And if you want, leave your name and number, and I will call you and give me a time to call you.
Yeah.
And Lord bless you all.
Dr. Mike Huber, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, John. God
you were
bless.
only supposed to say 30 minutes, but I was enjoying the conversation.
I was
and
too.
we couldn't get you in the building, so again, I apologize for that. I really do.
Thanks, John, for having me. I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate you coming on.
God
we'll
bless.
be right back.
Moving silence like you don't know what I silence. New York killers are wildin'. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it.
Get ready for a musical journey like no other when the Trans-Siberian Orchestra returns to Chicago on December 26th on their The Ghost of Christmas Eve 2025 tour. Enter to win tickets and the grand prize of a 75-inch TV, a home stereo system, and a $1,000 gift card. Enter today at 560theanswer.com/TSO.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. Fellow Republicans responding to news that Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene will resign from Congress on January 5th. New York Republican Representative Nicole Malliotakis on Fox News Live.
I wish these members would wait and just fulfill the remainder of their term instead of leaving midterm and leaving us with a vacancy for a few months.
Green broke with President Trump over the Jeffrey Epstein records, Trump then declaring her an enemy. With President Trump growing angrier with Venezuela over supposed narco-terrorism, Pentagon's doing some saber-rattling in the Caribbean.
There are now over 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles in theater with the addition of the destroyers and the Forward Strike Group ready to fire at predetermined targets inside Venezuela.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. America is listening to Fox News.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7. The Flatline describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer.
This is Sean Thompson, and I'm here to tell you about our 2025 Food for the Poor campaign. If you've listened to this station for any length of time, then you already know about Food for the Poor. They're a nonprofit, faith-based organization that provide food, water, medicine, clothing, and life-saving supplies directly to local partners in Latin America and the Caribbean. We all know how bad the situation is in Latin America. The economic decline, the political instability and corruption, systemic corruption, high prices of food. The only thing standing between these families and starvation is Food for the Poor and their partners. But in order to get food and water to those who need it the most, Food for the Poor needs your help. For $150, you can provide food and water for 2 kids for the entire year. For a gift of $300, you can provide food and water for 4 children. But a gift of any amount will help this mission. Just call 844-862-4673. That's 844-862-4673. Or visit 560theanswer.com/food for the poor. That's 560theanswer.com/food for the poor.
Hey Chicagoland, your trusted friend Jeff here from JeffBuysYourHouse.com. Over the past few months, I've shared how our veteran-led team serves Chicagoland homeowners. Today, I want to share with you what your neighbors are saying about working with us. Like Mary in Downers Grove, who wrote, "They listened to my concerns about moving from my home of 30 years and created a timeline that worked for me." Or Tom and Carol Stream, who said, "Their team helped me sort through 40 years of memories with respect and patience." This is why hundreds of your neighbors have given us a 5-star Google review and an A+ rating with the BBB. We don't just buy houses. We help people through life's transitions with understanding and care. No repairs needed, no cleanout required, and always on your timeline. Ready to work with the home buying team your neighbors trust? Sell your house to the trusted source by calling us at 630-895-9530. That's 630-895-9530 or JeffBuysYourHouse.com.
Honey, why does it take you so long to get ready?
Oh, because I've got one tiny sink. I'm trying to balance makeup on the back of the toilet, and the mirror's always fogged up.
Sounds like a circus act.
Exactly. And I perform every morning.
At Forever Remodeling, we create bathrooms that fit your life, not the other way around. From extra storage to spa-like showers and timeless finishes, we make your mornings easier. Visit foreverremodeling.com. That's the number 4, everremodeling.com.
Hey, I'm Steve Wyatt, and I want to invite you to the Wyatt Matters Show, which airs every Sunday on this station. You can expect lively discussion and heartfelt reflection that will both entertain and inspire you. And if we do it right, maybe deliver some genuine laughter as well. We talk about not only what matters, but also why it matters.
Wyatt Matters. Sunday morning at 6 on AM 560. The Answer.
You need to be tuning into the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, the radio companion to the Amazon best-selling book, Success Blueprint, How to Build the Retirement You Deserve. Each week, Michael shares strategies designed to help reduce market risk through income-generating investments that can provide steady returns. Because if you can avoid a big loss, you don't need to take big risks. Catch the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, Saturday mornings at 10, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back. To Black and Right. I hope I'm picking the right one. because I'm pulling some audio from my Detroit's Morning Answer show. But, Jasmine Crockett, I hope this is it.
Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Paging Dr. Jeffrey Epstein. Paging Dr. Jeffrey Epstein.
Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know at this point if I should feel sorry for you. I'm sure you're proud of your family name. How do you feel getting mixed up in that mess?
It's been a week of a disaster, if you might say. I was very happy with my name. I've had it longer than he has. Obviously, I'm still here and he's not. But to be implicated, or even the insinuation that I am the pedophile, it was really pretty awful what she did. And she clearly, when she did her word scramble backpedaling on CNN the other night, those were just blatant lies. It's ridiculous.
Would you take legal action against her?
I had considered it, but of course, with the law, you cannot, because the comments were made on in the Senate floor, so you can't sue based on the constitutional law.
What about what she said on CNN? We're given a chance to get it right.
She certainly didn't get it right. If anything, she lied even further, because she never once said Jeffrey Epstein. She said Jeffrey Epstein. Clearly, she implied that Lee Zeldin, amongst others, had taken money from the pedophile. But let the record show that if you look in the filings, you also see that Jasmine Crockett took money from Jeffrey Epstein.
Uh-oh. I always feel sorry. I mean, I chose this life that I live to be in the public eye. But for people that don't choose it and they get smeared and slandered and besmirched, I've often given advice to friends that have gone through that. It's very hard on them. Has this been very hard on you?
It's been annoying. That's the best way I can say it. I've been inundated
You're
with...
very gracious.
A few too many texts, a few too many phone calls. People...
Can you imagine having the same name and you get drugged in the mud like that? And then she went on to say, I said a Jeffrey Epstein. No, well then shut up. She said she had 20 minutes to get on the House floor in order to make this accusation against Jeffrey Epstein and Republicans. This whole thing is about getting Trump. This is why I love how Congressman Bichette, listen to how he defines. We've been calling D.C. the wrong term for so long. We've been calling D.C. the swamp. D.C. is not the swamp. What is it, Congressman Bichette?
Thank you, Proud Paul. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Brian. Somebody asked me if I was going to wear my jacket up there, and I said, to quote the immortal words of Henry Winkler when he played the Fonz, I always rumble in this jacket, because that's what we're up against. This is a fist fight, folks. Now, first, I guess I need to thank Chairman Stiles and the committee, the House Admin Administration Committee, for taking this up, because I realize what we're up against. This is, everybody talks about this place being a dadgum swamp. It's not a swamp. A swamp is something cool God created. It filters water. Animal life lives and flourishes around it. This is a sewer. This is created by man, and it needs to stop.
Isn't that a perfect way of describing D.C. now? It's a sewer. In a swamp, life happens in a swamp. I mean, when I heard him say that, I'm like, oh, we've been calling it the wrong thing for so many years. Let's go to Craig from Mount Greenwood. Craig, hey, my brother.
Oh yeah, you're my brother, and I love you, man. I love everything you do in it, and I love your heart for the Lord and for us, the guests and people out here and everything like that. And so, anyways, I'm listening to you here, and the Jasmine Crockett thing caught my attention. But I'll tell you what, that comment from that last little clip you had there, wow, that caught me, boy. Yeah. I never thought of it that way, and it's exactly right.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a sewer. So these sewer dwellers, like this oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Jasmine Crackett's the ratty fat. Anyways, they should censor her and anybody that pulls the shenanigans. Like, you know what the funny thing that comes out to me is, first of all, she didn't do any proper due diligence.
Nope.
She just is so anxious to get out there and attack somebody with her information that was all wrong. And the thing is that she basically didn't have enough any kind of character to say, hey, you know, I made a mistake here, and just own up to what we all know what happened, okay? Yeah. But she couldn't do it.
No.
She couldn't do it. She comes out there with some stupid, like, little childish thing. Upset. Goes to show you, John, what we're dealing with.
That's so true. That is so true, Craig. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the call. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Quality control analyst wanted in Streamwood, Illinois, to develop and monitor quality control processes and documentation systems, perform process audits and quality inspections, analyze inspection data and customer feedback, participate in production and supply chain meetings. Requires a bachelor's degree in quality management, business administration, or industrial engineering, and 6 months full-time experience in the job or as an administrative assistant. Salary is $50,690 per year. Benefits include paid time off, health insurance, and a retirement plan with company match. Monday to Friday, 40 hours per week. Mail resume to Salim Barut, Torque Parts LLC, 380 Roma Jean Parkway, Streamwood, Illinois, 60107. Quality control analyst wanted in Streamwood, Illinois. Mail resume to Salim Barut, Torque Parts LLC, 380 Roma Jean Parkway, Streamwood, Illinois, 60107.
In the new movie Call Sign Courage, Space Force Commander Matt Lohmeyer stands up against woke Marxist ideologies threatening our military.
Inclusion and equality are what's important to us.
Share your pronouns in your email. Initiate difficult conversations about racial and gender barriers.
Lethality matters, merit-based selection and promotions matter, and your ideology doesn't matter one bit.
He told a story from inside out that nobody really had ever heard.
You strip merit out of the picture, and people don't know whether they earned the badge. I think everyone gets an award.
You know, he needs to shut up and get his pension.
Race identity politics, critical race theory, white fragility, your white guilt, your white supremacy.
But he knew that if he didn't speak up, no one else was going to speak up.
We need lethality in the military, period.
The career officers kicked him out, and then President Trump put him in charge of solving the problem.
We're not going to get better than him.
Don't miss Call Sign Courage, the Matt Lohmeyer story. Watch it now or buy the DVD at salemnow.com. salemnow.com.
You need a construction company, but who?
Call Crosscom.
A construction company you can trust that shares your Christian and conservative values. For decades, Crosscom has been doing work in Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, and Wisconsin. Roofs, siding, windows, doors, gutters, basically everything for your home or business, even solar. Quality work and professional services that make you feel great about your decision to work with Crosscom.
Call Crosscom.
630-871-5500. Give them a chance to earn your business. If your repairs are due to storm, fire, or flood damage, you need to
call Crosscom.
They're licensed public adjusters. They work for you, not the insurance company. Crosscom will work to get you the money you deserve, the maximum payout. They know the insurance companies and how to deal with them. They win for you.
Call Crosscom.
Crosscom Construction and Public Adjusters.
This is Dan Lights with Crosscom. You can trust us with your home or business for high quality work and fair prices. It's the only way we do business.
630-871-5500. CrosscomPublicAdjusters.com.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Let's go to the phone lines. Brian from Evansville, Indiana. Welcome to Black and Right.
What's up? What's up,
brother?
I'm sorry I missed your call. I had to do I missed your show. I had to do a bunch of running around, but I had to put this out. I got a lot of respect for Mondani, who's a socialist from New York, who was smart enough to put away his political differences and go meet with Trump. Because you know why? He don't need federal dollars for that, man. He didn't go in there with the screw Trump attitude like AOC or Brandon Johnson. Yeah.
Yep.
he was smart enough to go have a meeting with that man.
Yep. And listen,
he made a lot of Democrats look like a fool when he did that.
Hey, Brian, I was going to deal with that today, but I'm going to save it for Monday on Detroit's Morning Answer.
Every Democrat from Brandon Johnson to AOC to Crockett, they show you they do not need their job because they do not know how to negotiate and put their people first.
Yeah. Well, they hate Trump so much, brother.
Yeah, but I don't think Mondani's a fan of Trump, but he was smart enough to know he needs Trump now.
Yep, resources.
Right.
And you know what? I also think he understood and understands, I should say, how much Trump loves New York and how much Trump wants to see New York succeed.
And far as that situation where Brandon Johnson wanted to go do a employee tax, with that fight last night, you can forget about it now. Who in their right mind go open up a business downtown in Chicago now?
Yeah, I know I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? And he sits up there like a zombie. He don't even know how to stop it.
Yeah. And Brian, Chicago has that extra sales tax. And then, don't they have the special sales tax at 10.5%, 11% down in the Chicago?
Yeah, but forget about the sales tax. What about your head down there? And did you see that poor old couple? Them kids shot in front of an old couple who almost couldn't get out their way.
Yeah.
So you can forget about business now. But thanks for hearing me.
No problem. I thought I was going to have one of the kids, a kid that was down there. Aaron Del Mar, who's running for the lieutenant governor with Darren Bailey, his son AJ, who I just adore. I'm telling you, AJ and Connor. Aaron got some really good kids, and I look at them both as like they're my kids. That's how much I love those two guys. He was down there with his girlfriend. I thought I was going to get him to come on, but he said he was at work, so he couldn't come on. But he would have loved to have come on the show. It's just insane. I want to deal with something real quick. To all of you people out there who are saying that ICE needs, where's your warrant? Where's your warrant? I want to break this down.
Hi. Do you guys have warrants?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do need a warrant.
You actually need a warrant. It's the Fourth Amendment.
Their Fourth Amendment rights are that you need a warrant. Can you share why you're picking them up?
They're in the country legally.
Do you have a warrant? Signed by a judge?
You don't need a warrant.
Yes, you do. You need a No,
you do not
you
need
need
a warrant. That's bullshit. Fourth Amendment says you need a warrant. You need probable cause. The Immigration Naturalization Act. That's not true. That is wrong.
Let me say it so those in the back can hear. ICE does not need a judicial warrant. Remember, immigration enforcement is a civil process, not a criminal one. Congress gave ICE, he was so right when you look at the Naturalization Act. Whatever that guy was, he was right. What is a judicial warrant? It's a criminal warrant. Why it's issued? It's a warrant that's issued by a judge or a magistrate for criminal offenses, drug trafficking, weapons charges. Who signs it? A federal judge. When is it required? Probable cause, an affidavit reviewed by a judge, constitutional criminal procedures. What is an ICE administrative warrant? Civil. It's a warrant issued by ICE for civil immigration violations. What are those? What are those violations? Overstaying a visa, illegal entry after the initial entry charge, violating terms of a visa, deportation orders, re-entry after removal. Can be civil or criminal depending on facts. Who signs this? A trained ICE officer or supervisor. What are the forms? The I-200, the I-205. I-200, warrant for arrest of alien. 205, warrant of removal, deportation. Why does ICE sign these? Because Congress gave ICE this authority in the Immigration and Nationality Act. No judge is involved because there are not criminal proceedings. Immigration enforcement is civil, not criminal. Civil violation use administrative warrants. Now, why do Democrats pretend ICE needs a judicial warrant? Why? They know ICE cannot legally get one. Judges do not issue criminal warrants for civil immigration cases. It gives them a way to block cooperation. They can say, we're following the law while actually obstructing enforcement. It creates public confusion. Most people don't know the system, so the talking point works. It's not about the law, it's about the optics. Let me take this call. I don't want Kathy to hold to. Kathy from Country Club Hills.
Hi, that illegal orders video is like a Manchurian Candidate thing. They plant the seed that they can disobey, And when the left has had it, they'll send out the order now.
Yes.
Do it now.
Yes, you're right, Kathy.
Yeah. It's just like hope and change. It's whatever you think it is.
This is so true. Yeah. This is so, Kathy, you're your first time caller, aren't you, Kathy?
Not really.
No, you've called way in 2021, I think it was.
Okay, maybe.
Thanks so for the call, Kathy. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Tom, I want you to hold the line because I don't want to cut your time. We only got 40 seconds left. Here's a real-world example. ICE shows up at a county jail. They have an administrative deportation warrant. The inmate is a repeat offender, is deportable. Here's the sanctuary city response. We cannot hand them over because ICE didn't bring a judicial warrant. Reality, there's no such thing as a judicial warrant for routine deportation cases. So their demand is deliberately impossible. See how they you hear all these people, where's your warrant? Where's your warrant? They don't need one. They have one given to them by Congress. And I'm going to come back with the specific language that Congress gave ICE to do such. You got to be armed with the facts in order to deal with the stupidity that's out there in the streets. Tom, hold the line. We'll be back.
I love my dog just like I'm Peter.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
You need to be tuning into the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, the radio companion to the Amazon best-selling book, Success Blueprint, How to Build the Retirement You Deserve. Each week, Michael shares strategies designed to help reduce market risk through income-generating investments that can provide steady returns. Because if you can avoid a big loss, you don't need to take big risks. Catch the Retirement Success Blueprint with Michael Stewart, Saturday mornings at 10, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Fearless conversations and sharp analysis of the stories that matter. It's the Erin Mullins Show, now available on the Salem Podcast Network.
I do find it a little bit off-putting when someone has a history of calling others out for being complicit via their silence to then occupy that space themselves. The hypocrisy is the issue I have.
The Erin Mullins Show on the Salem Podcast Network. Subscribe today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or at salempodcastnetwork.com. Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Let's head back over to the phone lines. Tom from Cherville.
Yeah, John, constitutional rights, specifically the gentleman that was screaming the Fourth Amendment, that applies to people who are United States citizens.
Yes.
It does not. If you're here for whatever reason and you're illegal, maybe you're on a guest worker program, you don't have constitutional rights. You might have some basic human rights, but as far as the Constitution, you don't have them. The Fourth Amendment will not apply to you.
Well, the left wants to give it to them, though. That's the problem.
Well, I know that's the problem. You know, but that is a fact. They don't have them.
I agree. I definitely agree. Thanks for the call, Tom. I appreciate it. This mouse is acting really crazy, Jenny. I want to read this real quick. Oh, I closed my laptop. Man. I want to read the actual language that Congress gave to ICE. Now, INA, the Immigration Nationalization Act, Nationality Act, INA 236A, Arrest and Detention of Aliens. Congress explicitly authorized ICE officers, immigration officers, to arrest without a judicial warrant. An alien may be arrested and detained pending a decision on whether the alien is to be removed on a warrant issued by the Attorney General. For immigration purposes, Attorney General now means the Secretary of Homeland Security, who delegated this authority to ICE officers. These warrants are forms, as I said, 200 and 205. Congress gave ICE officers INA 287A-2. Congress gave ICE officers direct power to arrest without a judicial warrant if they believe someone is unlawfully present. Any officer or employee authorized under regulation shall have power without a warrant to arrest any alien if the officer has reason. There you go, Brandon Johnson, alien. If the officer has reason to believe that the alien is in the United States in violation of any such law or regulation and is likely to escape before a warrant can be obtained. 287A1. Any officer shall have power without warrant to interrogate any alien or person believed to be an alien as to his right to be or remaining in the United States. So when they say, well, why are you just walking up on them? Because they have the power, because Congress gave it to them. Jenny, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
How you like the darkness?
I do. It is the dark side today.
But I mean, I'm like, why not use these glowing lights? And
they are good.
It's beautiful, and it comes off great on the television screen.
Yeah.
What you got coming up?
We got coming up. Well, obviously, this dumpster fire of Illinois. We're going to talk about that.
Uh-oh.
The crime, the taxes, again. But every week it's a new thing. Every week it's a new taxation. Every week it's a new crime. Every week there's a new issue. They just keep finding a way. It seems like they're trying to destroy Illinois. Pritzker, Brandon Johnson, the city of Chicago is going to take down the entire state.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at what the burning of the young lady, and then now yesterday,
we're going to hit that one hard.
9 people shot, 1 killed, 1's fighting for his life right now.
Kids, not people, kids.
Yeah.
These are kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
I said before the break that Aaron Del Mar's son, AJ, was down there.
I saw
with
that.
His girlfriend.
Yep.
And that's just insane. It's insane what's happening and I opened up the show with a monologue talking about I don't blame the politicians. I blame the people that put them there.
Yeah.
Because they continue to vote to put them there again and again and again and again, expecting a different result.
And they know it's going to continue to happen, but they continue to do it. And the politicians know that are doing this. They know exactly how many votes that they're going to get. So there's no limit. Nobody's ever going to stop them, and they know it.
Yeah, and it's just insane.
It's a joke for Pritzker right now.
And the thing about it, you're not hearing about other parts of this state, though. There's some stuff happening in the Rockford area. I mean, I saw some news feeds from the Rockford area. I was like, what?
Nobody's
cares about
talking
them. About it.
Yeah, no, because they don't care about them because Chicago and Brandon Johnson, he's there for clout.
Yeah.
And, he's not there to do anything else. And he wants it that way. He wants everybody to talk about Chicago. The rest of the state doesn't matter.
All right, take over. This is your show now. Go ahead. I'm serious. Tell the people what's coming up next.
All right. Well, on the Unsafe Space here at 7 o'clock next, we got talking about this dumpster fire going on.
In the state of Illinois.
In the state of Illinois.
Jenny, thank you guys. Stay tuned in. Don't go anywhere. Right here on these airwaves. Jenny McGuire coming up next. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm out.
When it comes to industrial coating and finishing, cutting corners isn't an option. That's why leading manufacturers across the Midwest trust D&D Industrial Coatings in Racine, Wisconsin. From powder coating and liquid painting to blasting and custom finishing, D&D Industrial